スカークの行方か。手がかりはあるのかな。
それが師匠は謎めいた人で、
どんな人物かがわからないことにはな。
そうだな。そういえば俺が卒業した日、3つの質問をしていいと言われた。まずはずっと不思議だったんだけど、なんで俺を弟子にしてくれたの？
お前があれを呼び覚ましたからだ。私が教えた武芸が将来役に立つだろう。もちろん生きて帰るにはもっと強くならなければならないが。
すでに色々習っただろ。どうやってもっと強くなればいいんだよ。
まだ基礎だけだ。弓の扱いもまだ荒い。形ある武器を完全に極めれば次のステージに行けるだろう。全てを手中の刃と化し、神羅万象を自在に操るのだ。そうすれば師匠のようにさらなる力を追い求められる。
分かった。じゃあ最後の質問だ。師匠はなんでいつもそんな顔してるの？強くなるって楽しいことじゃないの？師匠？
それで師匠は何と？
深淵を離れる時、師匠が最後にこう言ったのが聞こえた。いつか滅びゆく星々を越えていけば、お前にも私の見ている世界が見えるようになるだろう。
テリワットでは世界の外から来た世界の運命を変える者を降臨者と呼ぶ。だがお前にその資格はない。教会を開いたのは俺だからな。お前はただの密航者だ。
If your long journey makes you drift too far away, and if the dust and time still weigh you down, pulling you astray, if passing years change you somehow, let not this simple life must still be there waiting.
見て、流れ星だ。どこに落ちたんだろう。
俺に勝ちたければ俺の歩いた道をたどってみるがいい。
Please not that I stay to wait. Please not that I stay to see.
だがそこにお前は属さない。お前の家もない。
私、アリスよ。旅の人、おしゃべりしましょう。
その件誰に習った？あいつはどこだ？師匠、今日こそ両手を使ってよ。
まさに滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。
だからよそ者なんて信用するなって言ったんじゃないか。
そして救世主の誕生。
運命の食器はついに役目を果たしたの。アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテイラットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたら、いつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこにいるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。無に帰せ。この手に烈空星々よ、静かに眠れ。
はじめまして、私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの伝道師です。面白くなってきた。風神様のお告げです。
私の夜はここで終わる。だがお前の旅はまだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
戦線は総崩れだ。
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. Hello and welcome to the elimination stage of AstraNox Invitational GITCG International Tournament Day 6. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Ark. I'll be your host for today, and with me is a longtime co-caster and my partner, Kojo.
Hello everybody, it is Kojo Creations here today, and we're back with another day of the AstraNox Invitational, and more importantly, the penultimate day before the grand finals.
Oh yeah, man, I'm excited for today's matches because again, we get to see Inzaghi now in the top 4, but his opponent is not to be underestimated, but first and foremost, this tournament is again sponsored by ShiningSoul. We'd like to let all travelers and duelists know that the second set of the ShiningSoul Genshin Invocation TCG card is now officially on sale. You can purchase the brand new in-stock cards at the official Genshin Impact store or ShiningSoul official store on Taobao. Collect the Genius Invocation TCG cards, gather your friends, and let the duels begin. AstraNox Invitational is exclusively sponsored by ShiningSoul.
That's right, Ark. And I mean, look at these cards, man. They truly are wonderful. You've been hearing about them all week, but you know, in general, I'm sure, you know, some of the people who haven't been able to tune in for this stuff, but it is right here and available at the links that we have expressly expressed. So with that out of the way, we're going to be hopping right in to just the event in general. I mean, man, Ark, it has been a journey. This is literally the second to last penultimate day before the finals, and it's very important to have everyone who hasn't been able to catch the streams or is just tuning in to explain how we got here in the first place. So here is the very brief event introduction. So we had 3 total weeks of tournaments, and 2 of those weeks are already passed, and of course we are finally at the elimination or knockout stage. We had the Prince Regional Qualifiers, where 16 players from around the world, NA, EU, and AS, all come together and had their battle, and now only 3 remain. Going over to the Fanta Regional Qualifier, which contains the CN player base of 48, smashed down all the way down to 9, and now we are here at the elimination stage where only 12 players have remained, and they have already been battling it out all week. And you know, already today, can you believe it, Ark? We're at the final 4.
Yeah, we are now down to the top 4. 4 players remaining in this tournament. Again, we are currently in the elimination stage, so the format is pretty much the same, right? Best of 5 with 4 decks and 1 ban. And again, these players who are keep advancing in the later rounds can resubmit their decks or deck list if they want to, so that they can change up their strategies if they want to, or counter picking their opponent, study your opponent and then try and strategize from there. So yeah, like, I really hope, I wonder if Inzaghi or maybe his opponent will change their deck list this time around, probably for Papaya Tofu, because again, we did see Papaya Tofu brought in the Seahorse Bennett deck, but for yesterday, I think he didn't brought it, right? So probably today, he'll definitely gonna brought it back, who knows, but we shall see it later. So I'm very excited, right? Because again, all roads lead to the protagonist Inzaghi, and yeah, this is pretty much the long awaited, right? The villain versus the protagonist, like you guys have all been waiting for. So yeah, man, I'm very excited, right? So it's gonna be spicy.
Absolutely. I'm gonna get it going a little quicker because it seems the players are already locking in their bans. So just a quick reminder though that again, we have been live literally all week, and it's been pretty amazing to do this show overall. And of course, if you want to find all the VODs or want to catch us tomorrow for the finals, you can find us over at youtube.com/@GITCG, on Twitter, and on Discord, discord.gg/GITCG, where we post all the updates for this tournament. Additionally, there's also JP and CN casters available. I believe this weekend is going to be Omori Metodo over on his channel, and then you can also find the Chinese casters over on Billy. Now let's just take a quick breeze through through the top 4 arc. What are the prizes for the top 4?
Right, so for the top 4, right, so these top 4 players are now guaranteed to get these big monetary prizes, right? But not only that, but based on the players' placements, they will also receive some physical Genshin Impact TCG cards courtesy of our sponsor, ShiningSoul. Pretty nice prize pool, right, all around. And we have to see who gets to take home the big one. Man, not only you get the money, but you also get of course, the physical cards from our sponsor, ShiningSoul. Once again, big shoutouts to our sponsor, ShiningSoul.
Absolutely. So once again, just kind of getting through this all quick lickety split. Inzaghi and Papaya Tofu in the loser semis or losers bracket round semifinal. What is it? So we're going to be jumping into that right away. And Ark, if you don't mind reintroducing our protagonist versus the villain, Inzaghi.
Leave it to me. All right, so Inzaghi once again, right? For those who don't know, for those who just came in the GITCG sphere, Inzaghi has been well known, right? He really loves combo ever since in the early stages of GITCG. And yeah, that's why he has the tag right there, OTK lover. And yeah, currently right now it's 4 a.m. right in his time right now. So yeah, man, I kind of feel bad for him that he has to play these games like around morning time. I'm not a morning person, but I hopefully, Inzaghi is that kind of a person, is able to wake up energized, feel energized during morning time. So yeah, let's just hope that our GOAT, our Prince Regional player here, Inzaghi, will make this through.
Absolutely, but we can't count out their opponent and the fated match of the Duel of Fates, Papaya Tofu, version 5.2 Mars Cup runner-up, 4.6 Hakibiyoko Cup runner-up, 4.0 Moontalk, I think Moontalk Cup runner-up, and the backdrop of a star player. And the reason they say this, of course, because every single one of these tournament records says a runner-up, so they are just on the cusp of greatness, and they consider themselves to be a villain in that regard. And I mean, can it be a better Duel of Fates arc? The villain versus the protagonist.
Oh boy. Yeah, villain versus the protagonist. That's gonna be something that we're about to see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, I'm very excited. I mean, we all know, right, where this anime plot twist, this plot where we're going to, it's gonna be something else. But yeah, let's just hope that our boy our protagonist Injagi will make this through.
Absolutely, and the players are actually rushing to get started because they really are locked into getting this match. So I'm going to quickly flash all these things on the screen right here, and then hopefully I'll be able to post these in the Discord so you guys can see what they're doing. So we have our first match, which is going to be a Kachinavia mirror, and boom, the two top are banned. But outside of that, we can take a quick flash look at the lineup. Here's number 1, and here's number 2. But we do need to hop into the game because again, they already are moving past their first turn. So let's just drop it right in, Ark. Here we go, baby.
Let's just jump into it. Yep.
Oh. What is it? The satellite. The satellite's down. The abyss is interfering with my interfering with my comms.
Oh no!
Wake up! Come on! Double tap. Surely. Oh. Okay. Well, we can look at the lineup for a second while they're doing that. Come on, wake up.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right. So yeah. So we're gonna see Kachinavia game 1. Oh boy, what a classic game 1 mirror match already. So yeah, there's Fischl Kachinavia from Papaya Tofu. I think we've seen this yesterday, and then with Injagi, right? So, okay, here we go. Okay, there's nothing that we've missed so far. Well, not really, but all right. Who goes first, actually? Okay, it was Injagi.
It's gotta be Inzaghi.
Goes first.
Yeah.
Plays the boy princess right now. So probably gets 2 dice for Injagi. I think what's most likely gonna come down is you elemental skill, and then you go for the technique again. Wait a minute, that's 4 technique in round 1 from Injagi's Kachina. That's very strong, actually. Interesting.
Yep, absolutely.
And we see the lineage here from Injagi is satiated, so it's probably, if I have to guess, this could be Mystic Soup, and probably Injagi has the Providence effect, which is the -2 dice. That's why we're able to see Kachina here able to do like elemental skill and 2 techniques, right? And now we're about to again with Covenant of Rock still in the hand for Injagi.
Yep, absolutely. So what do you really think about this official Kachinavia variant? So this is actually something that premiered yesterday from Papaya Tofu themselves, and we can see what is it, that it has a very interesting showing overall, I would say, right?
Yeah, so this official Kachinavia, right? I played this for myself. In fact, I did play this in the Zenryoku Japanese tournament recently, and so far I did pretty well, right? And what I can say is that it is true that Lini is way better than Fischl here, but with Fischl, like, you just only need 1 elemental skill, and then technically you can deal 3 electro damage total with 3 electro applications as well. And here's the thing, for sure that Tofu at the start of next round 2, Tofu will just go to Kachina, and then Kachina will go for the solo sweep, but we'll see what happens.
Absolutely. Yep, first turn is over now. Papaya Tofu's hand looking a little sparse. I wouldn't say Inzaghi is too different. However, what is that? That is a Navia talent, right? Navia talent is nice to have, and then we have the crackers as well. What is it? And really didn't do much of a pop-off turn on Kachina at all, and just let Fischl take the brunt of the damage instead. But I assume that's intended.
Yeah, like, I feel like this could be, like, starting at this round, this could be where things start to change for both of these players. Like, it's all about the card draws and everything. So now, okay. These players definitely need gamblers early on for sure for their Kachina, of course. But yeah, so... Okay, now we're gonna see Tofu, right? Gonna swap to Kachina here because you already have Oz on the board, so there is no reason to like go for another elemental skill for Fischl. I mean, this is why Fischl is there, because again, the game plan for this deck is that for round 2 you just go solo with Kachina.
Yeah, and I remember, what is it, one of your comments yesterday, right, is that basically Fischl went, or it was either Linear or Fischl that went down super early, so they're basically just playing the mono Geo deck, and that honestly doesn't feel really great. And I'm actually really worried now, the fact that Fischl is so low, that she is very susceptible to being KO'd just by collateral from Kachina's piercing that moves to the right, I believe.
Yeah, and like Injagi definitely needs some gamblers at this point. Oh, went for the elemental skill, not even prop arrow. it looks like Inzaghi here wants to keep Lini alive, probably, just to apply more pyro. But yeah, these dice are looking really bad for Inzaghi. I wonder what he's gonna do with it. I mean, you have strategize, you might as well play strategize and try fish for something really nice, like Geowoven or something. Okay, probably saving it for later.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there
Let's
goes
see.
the piercing down. What is it? Affecting, the early priority target characters. Navi is relatively unaffected. What else are we gonna do here? Okay, nice.
Okay, strategize. All right, there's Woven and extra Navia talent, right? You don't need. Actually, you could tune. Actually, you tune Navia talent. I think you keep the Woven for this element of surprise, and yeah. And then you do have the Source Crackers as well. So technically, with this hand and the dice, Inzaghi can go for double technique with the Kachina here. So yep, there it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's actually because we had to breeze past the deck list so fast that what is it? Both of the players are actually running double Navia and Kachina talent. It's actually super interesting because they were running them before, obviously, but not to this degree, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, again, the Kachinavia list for Inzaghi is pretty much the same from what we saw yesterday. And for Papaya Tofu, I think it's most likely the same. I could be wrong about that, but I did notice there is 2 Navia talent and 1 Wolf's Gravestone for Papaya Tofu here. It was like, I think it was like 1 Navia talent and then 1 Wolf's Gravestone, but now they probably add another Navia talent. I think that was the case, but yeah.
Yeah, we can bounce back to that. And there it goes. Official dies to collateral piercing from Inzaghi. And this is why, I'm really worried.
Though.
Yeah, that too. Oof. That's it.
But I think it's fine. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right now, Inzaghi is ahead and can dish out a lot of the damage here. This is gonna be spooky.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the mentality behind the whole facial setup is that, it's the one character who not only does on-demand electro application, but also someone who can provide a summon as well. And the fact that she's dead kind of sucks, but Papaya Tofu is willing to gamble on the fact that they can have enough bullets to just clean sweep the game, which is already kind of going south.
Yep. Alright, so now it's still Inzaghi's turn. It's probably thinking for either swapping to Lini or staying on Kachina and then probably potentially play Boy Princess because you have Woven in hand. So potentially after your technique with Kachina here with Boy Princess, you can play Woven and go for another elemental skill. Okay, decides not to go for it. So yeah, I think this is just an easy pass for Inzaghi.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I haven't lost yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of vengeance. Most likely not going to do much, though.
Yeah, no +1 energy, right? Because Papaya Tofu's Kachina is already at max energy. So, yeah, there it is. So, Inzaghi's Kachina here will live for 1 HP. So, that's really good. But is it really good though for Inzaghi, or does Inzaghi want to, probably go back to Lini and then go for Lini burst? Oh, there's the gamblers, but it was too late. 1 round late.
Yeah, I will say, what is it? That was a line I was thinking of because Inzaghi is effectively sacking Kachina here. I think he does believe that ultimately she's done her job, and I think ultimately it is the right move. I think you've done enough in general with your characters, although it is very uncomfortable to be letting go of Kachina, at this stage because, even though Papaya Tofu has one, they don't have much juice left in their tank either.
Yeah, and now the dice for Inzaghi here is looking really not good because again you really need more Geo and Pyro as well for Lini burst here for Inzaghi, but oh man, are we gonna see this? Might be Kachina's skill again.
Yeah,
again, Papaya Tofu has shrapnel. He could just pretty much easily play that and get rid of Kachina. Yeah, that's bad. Oh man.
Remind me on Kachina lethal, if she dies but then she has the drill active, it will push over and turn into a summon, right?
Yeah,
that's such a nice thing. What is it about Kachina being able to even have that kind of opportunity, and boom, the bullet comes out and Inzaghi's Kachina goes down. Now this is very precarious.
There's the gamblers. Again, too late with the gamblers. Imagine Tofu has gamblers there and kill Kachina with gamblers equipped onto Navia. That would be really great. But yeah, I mean you can still do it, right? And there you go. There's the NA. And now yeah, the dicey is not looking great.
Yeah, definitely not.
Has to play everything, yeah.
Kind of describe, you know, what you're feeling. What is it? Because I feel like Inzaghi definitely looks like he's mostly on the back foot in this situation, and the dice really are not helping. What is it? But as soon as Papaya Tofu does these sort of final moves, well, actually, yeah, Navi is gonna do a 4 damage skill because she has 1 bullet in the chamber, and then outside of that, actually, yeah, no, never mind. It leans back over to Papaya Tofu. What is it? Because they do have Kachina already active in the Night Soul's Blessing state to keep twirling. What is it? That's another talent card. Not that we need it.
Okay, I think Inzaghi has to play double bullets here just to get some cards. And then if you still didn't get everything, then you can go for discard 3 and then go for elemental skill. That way you can get rid of Papaya Tofu's Navia. And then the only character left for Tofu will be Kachina. And unfortunately for Papaya Tofu, I don't think he has the resources to close out the game for this round.
Yep, exactly as you said. There goes the first bullet. Oh, and another bullet.
Another one.
Man.
Okay.
We're high rolling with
this one. I think Inzaghi only has to play 2 bullets, right? So Woven would be really great here. Oh, it doesn't get it though. Darn. But that's fine.
Yeah. What is it?
And I imagine... I think you have to discard 3.
Yeah, triple tune.
Unless you want to go for pass.
To hold the turn priority. Yeah. Well, I mean, let's calc the line, right? What on Kachina or / Navia can Papaya do to lethal, right? Because it has to be Kachina because you only have 2 dice left, and the Night Souls is already active on Kachina. But you're only going to do a 2 damage skill with your thing, right? So.
Yeah.
Oh, goes for it. Oh no, that's not what we want.
Okay, it has to be. Oh no! Oh, okay, never mind. I was like thinking something else, but. Oh, okay. Luckily, the prank creation for Papaya Tofu didn't get much.
Yeah, nothing
Wait,
too much.
Is this bad? Why do I feel like this is gonna be really
Oh no,
bad?
is that a woven? It's a woven!
Oh no, that's a woven. And that is board princess as well.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. I mean, it doesn't matter actually.
Yeah, they're able to refresh with artifacts. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, so did that? I mean, that draw, that pancatration. I mean, not pancatration draw. That draw literally just saved the game for Papaya Tofu. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Yeah, that's a game 1 for Papaya Tofu. Congratulations. Man, that was unlucky. Cause okay, here's the thing though. Papaya Tofu got Kachina talent, which is very good, right? Very early. Very nice to have it early. Because again, you get to draw a lot of cards, right? And that's what helps pretty much Papaya Tofu to win the game and beat Inzaghi. But Inzaghi's not out yet because again, that is only game 1, so we still have, you know, again, this is best of 5 conquest format with bans.
Yep.
So yeah, now we get to see what's gonna come down for game 2.
Yep. And also just apologies to the audience. We did have to kind of rush through the entire deal because, you know, the players, they want to get going and they want to focus on their matches. And ultimately it is more important, you know, that the players actually get into their games, but we're going to be able to catch everything on time now. And also the bans were incorrect, so I have adjusted them accordingly. So now it is seen that Papaya Tofu Zhongli is banned, and then Clorin's Inzaghi wait, whoa, that's not the player. Inzaghi's Chlorine has been banned.
Yep. So yeah, that's why we're able to see the Kachinavia mirror game 1, because yeah, that their decks, right? Their Kachinavia decks were open, so that's why they decided to go for that mirror match game 1. So now let's talk about predictions now for game 2. So I'll go first.
Yep.
So my prediction for game 2 is that oh man, this might be okay. So I feel like Tofu will go for Hu Tao Overload for sure. And then I wonder what's Inzaghi gonna do about that. I feel like Inzaghi most likely will go for, I hate mirror match, but it could be another Kachinavia game for Inzaghi.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, what is this? Because
yeah,
I guess what do you? Because yeah, now that you're not really dealing with Zhongli. What is it? I mean, is there any other matchup that you really want to snipe you know, with Kachinavia, with the side of Linny, right? I really don't think there's anything else. I think this really is the best scenario that you go for. Honestly, what is it? I mean, let's stick with your predictions, right? I mean, what's your total prediction now?
So I feel like Papaya Tofu will go for Huta Overload, and then most likely Injagi will go for Kachinavia again, and possibly my second guess is going to be there. It's probably going to be Huta Overload there.
I see. All right. Well, looks like they just locked in their picks. So let's take a look. And going into Papaya Tofu.
Right. Let's see it. So Papaya Tofu will pick Lorand. All right. So my prediction is already out. Unlucky.
Yeah, but don't catch yourself out just yet. Inzagi's got a pick.
Okay, let's see it. Yep, Kachinavia. Oh no.
What's up?
It's Kachinavia versus Clorand.
Oh, is this not that great of a matchup? What is it? Because I thought it was okay.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Most of the time, Kachinavia will just lose against Clorand because, again, if Clorand was able to get a lot of cards early, like the weapon, the artifact, tenacity, and stuff, then Clorand will be hard to kill because, like, Clorand will just keep spamming the attacks, right, with the Bond of Life and everything, and then will just heal back everything. And, yeah, the only way, actually, for Injagi to win this is that able to get a lot of crystallized round 1 or potentially as well round 1 FTK. Like probably Injagi is gonna go for round 1 Kachina solo sweep, and then next round as well he's probably gonna skip the crystallized thing, so it's probably gonna be like just Kachina solo, but we'll see, right? Because again, there is Day of Resistance from Papaya Tofu, so again, if Injagi picks Kachina, like his first active character for round 1, then Papaya Tofu will go for that Day of Resistance play onto Lord Master. So that Lord Master will protect it and guaranteed burst for Lord Master as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see all the aforementioned equipment and the Day of Resistance that you talked about. Also, Extreme! But Inzagi does not have it this time.
Yeah, so Extreme is gonna be scary here for Injagi, but then again, there's only one copy, right, from Papaya Tofu. So I don't think Injagi has to worry about that too much because again, right? But yeah, so again, we finally get to see the list, right, completely for Injagi's Kachinavia. Again, it's pretty much the same thing, right? There's like one copy of Heart of Cabrera, Chef Mao, Fast Swap, Prank Creation as well, and then Source Crackers. Yep. Same thing. Same list,
pretty much the same thing. What is it? And if you were curious about Papaya Tofu's list, it was effectively the same thing, but they had 2 Pancatrations and 1 Wolf Greystone instead. What is it? And of course, I did flash it on the screen, so you can go ahead and check it for yourself later, or just join the Discord to check it out because I did post it there. But the players are diving into the game. Woo-wee, we're going fast. They are not wasting any time.
Right, yeah. We're going gas for this one. All right, here we go.
And honestly, I mean, I completely get it. I mean, these players, like, they're just like go. Like, no wasting time between these rounds. I'm just gonna keep up the pressure.
Yep. All right. So Papaya Tofu decides to keep the Day of Resistance here again. Papaya Tofu really needs that Day of Resistance because again, if Injagi decides to go for Kachina sweep round 1, then Papaya Tofu will definitely play that Day of Resistance Arcane Legend card onto Lore Master, so that again, right, Tofu will get guaranteed burst and get the technique from Lore Master and equip it onto Cloran.
Absolutely. Yeah, probably going to toss away, because I believe this is Mulligan, right? We're going to toss away the Puff Pops on the top of Papaya Tofu's side. Do we keep Helm? I mean, what line are you playing around for first turn? What is it that inquires that you don't ramp, right? Yeah, they're going to keep it.
Yeah, okay. So let's see for Injagi here. I think, there it is. That's what I'm talking about. So Kachina round 1 sweep. So it's mostly, in this matchup, I think Injagi is going to skip the crystallized thing. So instead, it's just going to be 1-man army with Kachina here. So yeah, I mean, the dice is looking pretty okay, right? I'm kind of surprised Injagi mulligans away the, the Abundant Phlogiston, because there is Abundant Phlogiston. I just saw it, and he mulliganed it away, which is very interesting. Because again, the fact that you are committing and playing Kachina 1, and then, I think he's probably hoping for Board Princess. But again, I think Abundant Phlogiston would help here quite a lot. But
yeah, and if you don't mind reminding the audience how Abundant Phlogiston works, because it generally interacts with Night Soul mechanics of the Natland characters.
All right. So again, the Abundant Phlogiston is a event card. It costs 0. You can play it for free, but it only works with the characters that has Night Soul Blessing mechanic. So again, the way it works is that if you play that card and then that character consumes 1 Night Soul point, you'll get basically a refund, 1 Night Soul point back. So yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Yep. Oh, extreme. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Don't do it, Tofu. Don't do it.
But then again, there's a lot of valuable cards here for Tofu, so
yeah,
I don't
super
think...
unoptimal to do it now. They would not. It would be
exactly.
hilarious, but don't. Literally will lose you the game. Low key.
So most likely Tofu will just swap to Lore Master, Elemental Skill, and then play Golden House, right? To discount the Tenacity of the Millith, and with 2 dice you can pretty much play that onto Clorand, and you can pretty much just chill from there. And also don't forget to play Day of Resistance if you're gonna swap to Lore Master, right? Because again, if you don't, then Lore Master can get FTK'd in this first round.
Absolutely, would just get sniped off of the face of the earth, and we don't want to do that. And we're seeing, you know, how Papaya Tofu is attempting to adapt to Inzagi's plays, because if anything, right, Inzaghi doesn't have to do any adaptation for his deck setup, right? Because Linny is just so flexible, and then Kachina is a permanent threat on the field. You know, whereas Papaya Tofu is very setup heavy, so you actually need to kind of start maneuvering around a little bit, lest you get totally FTK'd, like you just mentioned.
Yep. Alright, so yeah, Papaya Tofu pre-playing everything. Oh, goes to Clorand instead, not onto Lore Master. Oh, they're probably just swap stalling. Like, yeah, I can see it. Because again, okay, I think this makes sense because, right, if Inzaghi attacks Clorand here, Tofu will get 1 die from Tenacity. And then after that, you're definitely going to swap to Lore Master Skill. And with 1 dice, right, thanks to the Tenacity, you can pretty much play Junior Zard. And yeah, that's really great. Good play.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, you can see the kind of counter on top of counter on top of counter. That's kind of how these things go. But, you know, like Art just explained, is that we have Clorand already sitting on 3 dice. You know, could drop a skill, could do anything else in the world, but just gonna swap stall and sees that Inzaghi has that 5 dice. And Kachina, of course, no matter what dice you have, if it's, you know, correct or not, she can just absolutely blast you. And Papaya Tofu is completely ready for it. It's really crazy how in the mind of each other you know, these players are.
Yeah, and do keep in mind that the dice for Inzaghi doesn't have any Geo. So if Inzaghi wants to go for another elemental skill for Kachina, he needs to tune 2 cards. And what do you even tune here? You probably, I mean, I guess you could tune, right, the Naviatan because you don't pretty much need it right now, and you have like another copy of it, so that's fine. And then probably sing your heart out because again, you're already committed in doing Kachina sweeping for this entire game. You're most likely not gonna need the Sing Your Heart Out. So yeah, but again, no Kachina talent though. Kachina talent would be really nice here, but unfortunately, nothing. There's nothing here.
Yeah, really wanted those extra draws, but you know, it's not going to be the case. And now Lore Master is able to go in with that extra dice. What is it? And, you know, we can just pretty much play Day of Resistance and end our turn. You know, not really a threat to us in any way, even if Kachina goes in with the 4 remaining dice.
Yeah, I don't think... Because now, okay, so now Inzaghi committed playing the prop arrow. I don't think Papaya Tofu will play Day of Resistance. For
yeah, most definitely not. Yeah. What is it? Inzaghi accepted an alt line, and now, you know, Papaya Tofu inversely also accepts the alt line. So, what is it? We've got to save on resources on Papaya Tofu's side, and Inzaghi does his best to adapt to the situation.
So, yeah, now with 1 dice, I mean, what do you do with the other dice? I guess you can swap back to Kachina. That'd be great. Unless you want to stay on Linny and just pass.
Yeah, you could probably avoid some early damage, but it looks like Inzaghi is going to do something. What did he grab? It's a solo booster on top. Is Linny about to do a skill? No way. Is this an FTK?
Oh, this could... Yeah, this is enough to take down Lore Master.
Oh, wow. What a move.
Wait.
That's
wait a minute.
That's an FTK. He big-brained.
Yeah, he big brain. Luckily, Inzaghi gambled for that Mystic Soup play and is able to get it, and now Inzaghi will get that FK regardless. But yeah, the fact that Inzaghi tuned Geo Resonance, not even seeing your heart out.
Yeah,
For...
he wants those draws for later. But wow, what a play! If I go ahead and do a little bit of
yeah, that
analysis
makes
here.
sense.
Yep, absolutely. What? So, did the standard line, set up with Linny and then went over to Kachina, set up her drill, pushes off, turns it into a summon, and then gambles with Mystic Soup skill cost decrease, and then makes it so he can deal 4 damage, and then boom, bam, bop, Lore Master is down.
Yeah, and now Inzaghi, I mean, this is not pretty much not over yet. Again, Lore Master technique is like the bonus part for the Clorant here, because again, if Clorant has like the weapon and artifact alone, then yeah, that's pretty much enough, to stabilize the whole situation with Clorant and stuff. So yeah. Oh man, look at those card draws from Clorant here from Tofu. That is really good. Wow, what?
Yeah, not only has the 2 swords, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I see Light of Foliar's Incision or Lo-Fi and a Sacrificial Sword in the inventory, so it's already looking a little grim. Hopefully Inzaghi can pull something out with that amazing FTK.
Oh man, now, yeah, at this point, Tofu will just sit down with Clorant and can just chill, because again, with 8 dice for Inzaghi, I don't think he has the power to knock down Clorant at this round, unfortunately. And most likely, Tofu will play the Sapwood first, I think, because again, you have the double Golden House, and you can pretty much play 2 weapons here for free. So, I mean, we'll see, right? It could be Lo-Fi, right? But I think it's gonna be Sapwood first, and the next round, you can play Lo-Fi onto Clorant. And that
Oh,
really
it's a
great.
Sapwood. I didn't see the little brown tint. What is it? I'm like, which one is it? Is it Sapwood? I can't tell. What is it? It's hidden behind the thing. But yeah, you're right. It's Sapwood. What is it? So we can get the bonus dice. Oh yeah, because my thing with that I was gonna say is that Tofu actually is running out of dice in this scenario. However, once again, there is the weapon. Clorant's attacks are cheap, so she's gonna be able to pierce the heavens twice. And then Inzaghi is actually starting to look at a little bit of a dice deficit. Only 4 in hand, and then needs to do a... What is it? It's the technique, skill, and then technique again. And I believe that'll waste the rest of his resources.
Yeah. So I think for Inzaghi right now, I think he has to focus on getting the crystallized reactions, so that by the time Kachina goes down and possibly Lini, then with Navia alone, if you're able to get a lot of shrapnel, then that could be really helpful against Clorant.
Absolutely. Yeah, how would you get to that point, though? Because, Linny is a pretty costly unit to actually do, anything that you want. And looks like Inzaghi's just going to opt for a little bit of card draw with Kachina's talent. Hopefully, we get some more Wovens or some dice generation, because we really need that right now. 1 bullet. What else? Anything else?
Yeah. Again, Inzaghi's Geo Resonance, that's the last one, because again, last round, he did discard the other Geo Resonance. So that could be a game changer, but let's see and find out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I feel like with Board Princess, wait, is that even... Oh, no, it's not.
No.
Okay, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so with Sing Your Heart Out, right, you can swap for free, and you have 3 Pyro, and I think Inzaghi is gonna go for Linny Burst here, guaranteed, because again, Linny Burst is just that good, right? You deal 3 damage, you get the summon as well. Not only that, but you also get the +1 stack of the prop surplus. That way, your elemental scale will deal 4 damage and also +1 healing, so that's really, really good.
Yep, absolutely. So we're all set up here. Now, guaranteed crystallize. Papaya Tofu does have the opportunity to swap off and send it to Clorant instead, but that is very poorly and ill-advised, because Clorant needs to stay alive. She is your main hyper carry. Siegeween, she does her skill. She, exists for a little bit and then she dies. What is it? But Clorant is the one who is super duper necessary. So you are going to be giving, a little extra damage, a little extra crystallize, but everything you can to save your hyper carry from destruction, which is exactly what Inzaghi is doing as well. Kachina has stayed, for all intents and purposes, pretty safe this entire game.
Yep. So now, here's the thing. Clorant's elemental skill next round will deal a lot of damage, like 5 damage total, because there is currently 4 Bond of Life stacks onto Clorant. So, and there's also fast swap, right? Like, potentially, Papaya Tofu next round could snipe Linny here with a fast swap. Oh, actually, never mind. There is the crystal, so +1 shield. So, yeah. So even if Papaya Tofu goes for the fast swap, elemental skill with Clorand, it's gonna deal 7 damage. But Linny here for Injagi has 8 HP total, right? 7 HP and then +1 shield. So yeah.
Yep, absolutely. That crystallized shield coming in clutch. You know, a lot of people tend to not think about it too much because, of course, you know, Geo is a very specialized element in the TCG and the game. But, you know, that one extra breakpoint is enough to make sure the Papaya Tofu cannot throw in a sneaky line and then push Inzaghi closer to his doom.
Yeah. Well, actually, there is Mystic Soup from Papaya Tofu's hand. Like, he has the option to play it onto Clorand and try fish for that, you know, +2 damage, the Fury effect. But I don't think he's gonna go for that, because again, Linny is not that, you know, not that big of a problem against Kachinavia, right? Like, most likely your main targets here is obviously Kachina and Navia, of course. So, but actually you might be able to see it. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, we got
Are they actually
soup in
go for the
hand.
Fury play? I think there are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no dice reduction, so what is it? But it did something else, perhaps.
Yeah. Are we gonna see some fast swap here from Papaya Tofu? Probably not. I think you saved that fast swap. Or do you know? I have no idea actually.
Yeah. Is it Sijuin is kind of sitting at a lethal range because I do believe it's only what, you know, you only need to do one Kachina technique plus another, maybe even a burst, and then Linny can just knock you out right now. So can Navia. What is it? So, you know, what are they planning with that Suda? It's too bad we can't read. What is it? Because what is it? I'm like, which one is he picking? I don't know. We'll see in just a moment though. What is it? But it is a status boost below the character. So what is it? Unless I went to Chlorine, and then that's a different story.
All right, Papaya Tofu is taking their time. They're probably thinking for the other lines that you can think of in advance here. Also, yeah, there is also like you cannot equip Lo-Fi, right? The weapon for free, so that's really great. Okay, no fast swap. Okay. So it is the Providence effect. It's the dice from the Mystic Soup. Okay.
Yeah, I got confused with the boost that was also below Sijuin, but it actually just went over to Chlorine because it zips over there. So now Chlorine's even cheaper than before, which is really nice because you know, you want to save as much dice as possible when you're fighting someone like Kachina, so dice efficient, even more than you.
Yeah. So now, because of that fast swap, Injagi can go for elemental skill here for Linny. Again, that deals 4 damage and healing as well, so that's really great. And because of the overload, right? Currently, Linny has Pyro, so if Grant attacks here, overload will happen, and then Injagi will go to Navia, and then potentially Injagi can play Navia talent and probably go crazy from there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good move on the penetration as well, recognizing that Inzaghi does indeed have 8 dice. You know, so they will be able to make use of this card because it's very hard to make use of it outside of it.
Here's the thing: is penetration really good here? Because again, like Papaya Tofu will deal like, or rather can do a lot of stuff here by just normal attacking and stuff. I mean, the fact that you have Lo-Fi as well, and stuff like I don't think Injagi can win this Pancration. I don't know why he played it.
Yeah, that is absolutely true because you do need to meet the Pancration requirements. If you don't mind reminding the audience what that specifically is outside of having the 8 dice. Which, speaking of 8 dice. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. We'll get back to that.
Wait, so interestingly enough, Injagi doesn't go for the elemental skill, but goes for the prop arrow instead. I think it makes sense because, I mean, because of that, right? The prop arrow, Linny takes -1 damage, and because of that, Papaya Tofu is able to elemental skill exactly 7 damage, so that's what happened. So probably, I think Injagi decides to, like, probably wants to sacrifice Linny, which is very interesting.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
We get to see here, right, in Injagi's turn. There's Board Princess and double Golden Troop reward, so potentially we could see like another Navia skill with the Board Princess and stuff. So let's see.
Yeah, that was really unexpected. I was not, you know, thinking that Inzaghi would go for a play like that, but it looks like he does, you know, accept his fate. The summon is down, and Linny also goes down with it with the piercing damage. And now, swapping back over to Siegeween, Navia can actually secure a kill here. Unfortunately, no gamblers in sight to take a little more advantage of it.
Yeah. I feel like Inzaghi could play another Navia talent so that, again, if you play another Navia talent, you pretty much guaranteed to draw another 2 bullets from your deck.
Absolutely.
Will he do it though? That'd be really good actually. But okay, now Inzaghi has to swap, I think, like swap stalling, because again, Inzaghi played Pancration, which I feel like it's a mistake. Because again, with this Claran deck and the stuff they can do, like they can deal a lot of actions here very slowly, and yeah, like I don't think Inzaghi will win Pancration. But again, for those who don't know what Pancration does, is that to play Pancration, you need to have 8 dice first, or 8 plus dice, so that you can play it. Because if you have 8 dice below, if you have 7 or below, you cannot play it. So again, what it does is that you play it, and then whoever gets to end their round first, they will give their opponent +2 cards from the deck. So whoever ends first pretty much loses the Pancration game, pretty much. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's a pretty big deal because, you know, I think Inzaghi was not really accounting for the fact that Papaya Tofu can just generate dice out the wazoo. You know, not that he wasn't necessarily thinking of it, but maybe he threw it out there because he believed he had 8 dice and the opponent currently was not displaying anymore. But yep, there's the free draw for Papaya Tofu. Pancration is lost. Thankfully, still a little bad, but not the worst. It could have been dice instead of a countdown and a lotus. Or that's not a lotus, that is a minty meat rolls.
Yeah, that is true. But man, the fact that Inzaghi played Pancration, and because of that, yeah, Papaya Tofu gets to draw 2 cards from their deck for free, and that is not a good sign. So, oh man, now I feel bad. I mean, to be fair, the pressure is on, right? This is once again, the losers bracket, right? So whoever loses is pretty much out of the tournament, and they'll get to walk away with the top 4 prize and the potentially, right, from the Shining Soul, the physical Genshin TCG cards as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, I think it is also a matter of pride. Once again, heroes versus villains, the protagonist versus the villain. Let's see how this anime arc concludes for the second round, the second bout.
Yep. At this point, like Papaya Tofu has 3 Bond of Life, 8 HP onto Claran. There's also Tenacity as well. Like, I don't see how Inzaghi will make a comeback for this. Like, right now, the villain, Papaya Tofu, is like having this big energy ball of evil energy right now, and now to do something in order to overcome this current situation.
That's right, but don't count the hero out. Kachina still has 3 HP, burst locked and loaded, multiple bullets in hand. Inzaghi could absolutely cook in this case because both characters are applied with Pyro. So you're absolutely going to be able to generate a lot of bullets, and who knows, maybe, you know, because I will say Inzaghi has probably generated the most amount of bullets I've seen, in one of these high-level competitive games, so he has a lot in stock.
The problem is right now, you see the dice for Inzaghi.
Oh, yeah, not looking great.
Oh, man. The funny thing here, actually, Papaya Tofu can go for extreme and yoink the bullets so that Navia here will not do a lot of damage with those bullets.
That absolutely is a possibility, yeah. Yeah,
so potentially we could see extreme being played here. Probably later, but yeah, so there goes down Kachina. Fortunately enough, there's actually like Boy Princess, so because of that Boy Princess, Inzaghi gets to get +2 dice, so that's really, really great.
Yep, and unfortunately in that case, forced to chip through the Lotus, I believe. What is it? It would have been optimal to be able to play one more bullet, but the turn priority was not in your order. And unfortunately, Clarin has ramped up enough damage so that Kachina is going to fall in just 1 hit, all up to Navia versus the world. It's the Fontaine duel.
Oh yeah, it's funny. It's Claran versus Navia, who are best friends actually, according to lore. I could be wrong on that, by the way, because again, I have no idea with the lore and stuff. But anyway, but yeah,
It's a
having
little bit
these
of
two
a little
fighting
bit of a
against each other is like,
frenemy situation, but I think they make it up at the end of the Fontaine. So
yeah,
yeah, on the Fontaine board,
'cause-
no less. But enough about the Fontanians. What is it? What do we even do here? Navia definitely. Is it burst? I don't know, because burst will grant you at least one more crystallized shard. But outside of that, you are just kind of delaying the inevitable. No.
yeah. So right now it's Papaya Tofu's turn, so they're probably gonna think either to go for Elemental Burst. No, you never Elemental Burst with Claran. Oh yeah, here's the part actually.
Yeah.
Most of the time, if you're playing Claran, like this Claran deck, most of the time you never go for burst unless it's necessary. Like let's say next round you have 0 bond of life, and then obviously you don't want to go for elemental skill with 0 bond of life because again that is really bad.
Yeah.
So there are times that if you ended up in that situation, then elemental burst is really good because again, with elemental burst, it generates you 4 bond of life, and then you can pretty much follow it up with elemental skill. That way, you could do like a big number of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? Because Chlorine's burst does have some special properties when it comes to the bond of life, right? If you do it, you know, as it stands, you would effectively be losing some form of your generation, right?
That is right. So now Papaya Tofu decides to swap over, probably sacrificing Sidrin here because again, I think Sidrin's job is already done with the passive skill, right? Getting the plus max HP for Current here.
Yep.
So here's the thing. I feel like Injagi has to go for the burst here for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does the burst KO in this situation? I don't think it does, right? Because it's only one, and then does that. That's a little. I'm a little shaky on that, but I understand that Inzaghi is trying to reserve bullets for Chlorine so they can go ahead and have a clean sweep. But having Sijuin alive just gives Papaya Tofu a little more HP to work with. This is your only form of, you know, quote unquote AoE damage. So.
Yep. Again, Papaya Tofu has 8 dice, so like the option for the extreme is still open. Oh, it goes for the Sidrin bubble. Interesting. Yeah, you probably don't want to swap off from Sidrin, right? And then swap to Claran because again, if that happens, then then Injagi can deal 6 damage total with just one elemental skill from Navia. And obviously Papaya Tofu knows that because again, right, with the talent from Navia and then the elemental burst, at this point Papaya Tofu knows that Injagi has 3 bullets in his hand. It could be more, but yeah, decides to not to swap to Claran because again, Claran will take a lot of damage. So yeah, and decides to go for that Sidrin elemental skill.
Yeah, very precarious. 20 seconds on the clock for Inzaghi. It's really unfortunate because they went to go check in with his deck. It does indeed have Gamblers, and if I'm not mistaken, I don't think he has it equipped right at this moment. What is it? Goes in for the draw. 2 more bullets. This is where... Ooh.
Okay, so it probably went for that strategized play because again, you really don't want to kill Sidrin here.
Yeah.
Because again, if you do kill Sidrin here, that's basically a free swap to Claran, and Claran will just sweep. And
yeah, absolutely.
So
Claran has enough dice
I
to do
think you
it
have
right
to
now.
play 1 bullet here at least, just 1.
Yeah, just one.
And then
Kind
see
of
what
like
you get.
scare him off a little bit, but you know what I'm thinking? Papaya Tofu has some aligned dice, and there's a really cool card that costs 4.
Oh man. And oh man. Now this is a good time for Tofu to extreme for sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I have no idea how many cards left for Injagi's deck, but if Tofu is able to calculate the number of cards from the deck and the bullets generated, right, from the crystallized and all that, then I can see like Tofu will definitely go for that extreme play and hopefully yoink a lot of these good stuff from Injagi. It's gonna be painful for sure because you get 5 bullets here. That is a lot.
Yeah, this is the most you typically have. It's a shame. What is it? If Inzaghi had like something like Gamblers, he could probably swing in a little more confidently. But what is it? It is just a very rough situation with the dice of the previous round.
Yeah, and here's the funny part actually. Papaya Tofu can just play extreme. Like you, okay, you have to discard. What do you discard here? Okay, never mind. Okay.
You can just toss out Liven, right? You don't need him anymore. Goes for it though. Yeah,
okay.
moves in.
I think you play Liven now. Yeah. With 3 dice, or potentially you could go for normal attack again. But again, you have 3 bottom lives, so I think that's already enough.
Yeah.
Like you could just save this for next round for another elemental skill. Does that you go for another normal attack? Yeah, sure, why not? And now I think it's gonna be it's a skill.
Ooh,
okay.
5 damage.
This is okay. So this is what I'm talking about. So now Papaya Tofu has 0 bottom lives. So potentially next round it's gonna be elemental burst from Claran. So that again Claran will get 4 bottom life, and then you can follow it up with elemental skill, and that's just a lot of damage. Yep.
Absolutely. You see the extra HP coming into play as well. Clorind, you know, sitting nice and tall with her 12, 11 HP. What is it? And Inzaghi, all the bullets in the world, but just not enough.
A lot of bullets. But here's the thing. I mean, sure, like how many? Like Navi can deal actually 8 damage here, right? Because he can only consume bullets up to 5 with just 1 Navi elemental skill. So do keep that in mind. So yeah, only 5 bullets. So Ijago will play another bullet here, and hopefully we'll get something. Board Princess, okay, that's really good.
Yeah, gets another dice.
That's +1, right? There it is.
Inzaghi's just going to toss out as many bullets as possible and then consume the rest with a single action shotgun. But is it enough? I don't think so.
Woven, okay, really nice. I think Ijago will play another bullet here. Yup, exactly. So that's 3 plus shrapnel being played. I already had a bingo about that, so that's great. But goes for it again. It's probably fishing for more bullets.
Yeah, again, we got another one.
Okay, hold up. Okay. Ijago can actually get rid of Clorant here if Ijago keeps drawing bullets.
Yep.
But I don't think that's gonna happen though.
Yeah, definitely not. You burned your luck already. Too late.
Yeah, you already. Here's the thing. The fact that Ijago got gamblers, right? It has to be bullet and bullet, another bullet. But oh man. Because again, okay, this could be it. Mystic Soup. Okay. Does that help though?
No, Providence would not. Providence could. He's gonna gamble. He's gonna do it. He doesn't care.
Is it a Providence? It has to be -2 dice.
But they generate from Chef Mao. Chef Mao.
It's a +2. It's enough then.
Wait, no way.
Enough. Okay, GG. It's GG. So with 1 bullet, that's 4 damage, and with Fury, that's exactly enough to take down Claran.
Holy moly! Inzaghi pulls it out, but can they finish Sijuin?
Wow.
Hold on. Wait, 2 more bullets! Yes! Yes! Wait, but can Sijuin kill? Can Sijuin kill? Oh no.
Wait.
They could extreme! Arca, they could extreme!
No! No! They could Mystic Soup and get the Fury +2 damage and go for a normal attack. And I think they got it!
Oh no, they got it!
Oh no!
From the clutches of defeat and victory, Papaya Tofu takes round 2! Oh my goodness! Oh. What is it? Congratulations to Papaya Tofu for taking the 2nd round. What is it?
Wow.
Again, from the clutches of both of players. It's amazing that Inzaghi was able to pull out enough bullets just to knock out Clorind. But then at the last second, the devious backstab Papaya Tofu comes in and takes out with the Mystic Fury Soup.
Man, that Mystic Soup gamble from Tofu came in clutch. That was... Oh my goodness.
That's insane.
That is insane. Absolute cinema. But oh man, this is not looking good for Joggy. I feel so bad for Joggy here. Because if Papaya Tofu didn't get that gamble or didn't get that +2 damage right from Soup, then Papaya Tofu definitely would have lost that.
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately, and oh man, it's just the luck, the dice, and the fate in this series is gonna go crazy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So okay, let's structure this into like the anime arc. Okay. So we had I would say a pretty fair shakes game. with the first one, but the second game, oh man, what is it? It was a little bit of a beatdown. You know, Inzaghi made an amazing move quickly. What is it? Was ready, you know, to face off against the villain, but then what is it? Papaya Tofu struck back, pushed Inzaghi to the brink of defeat. In the last second, Inzaghi pulls out his trump card with the Master of Luck, but then Papaya Tofu was ready. Boom! Stab in the back. I'm able to take the second sec.
Yeah, it's like that moment or that situation where Inzaghi was able to hit that direct hit to the villain, but then again the villain is still alive and backstabs Inzaghi with that Mystic Soup plus 2 damage, and just like that, yeah, man. I mean, it's still not yet over though for Inzaghi. Again, this is a best of 5 series, so potentially we might be able to see a reverse sweep. Hopefully a reverse sweep here from Inzaghi, because again, the protagonist never loses, and I hope that is the case. Again, so now let's focus on game 3. So with the rest of the deck list, right, for Tofu is now able to win 2 decks, and the only deck for Tofu to play is the Hu Tao Overload. And with looking at Inzaghi's side, right, you have the Zhongli, Chiori, there's Hu Tao Overload as well, and the Kachi Navia. Here's the thing though, Tofu has big like advantage here overall against
all
Inzaghi's 3
matchups
decks here.
Yeah, because either it's a
Yeah, all the
mirror, a
matchups,
Kachi Navia,
actually.
or a Zhongli who's slow, so he's going to be going at the same pace as you, effectively speaking.
Yeah, so okay, now time for the predictions. I think Inzaghi will play Kachi. No, it has to be mirror match.
Has to be mirror match? Alright, well, the
Yeah,
results are in. Inzaghi has picked.
Whoa. Okay, now that is interesting. Again, if Papaya Tofu here has like Blast, the directional control blast, I think that's the correct name.
Controlled directional blast,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, okay, switch it up. So, yeah, that would be really bad for Inzaghi. Okay, luckily though, for Inzaghi, Papaya Tofu doesn't have Blast, but there is Extreme and the Fortress of Meripede.
Yeah, Fortress of Meripede able to nullify your action cards. And I mean, we'll have to look at Inzaghi's deck, right? But I don't know how effective this is against them. You know, they would have something like Geo-Res, but outside of that, I can't really think of anything else besides some food that they would actually be doing. It's really just a tech card to kind of annoy people, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Chiori Zhongli, most of the cards is like an event card. So if Papaya Tofu is able to get that Fortress of Meripede early, then that could be very annoying for Inzaghi, because again, Inzaghi's Chiori Zhongli decklist, it has like the Geo Wovens, Geo Resonance, like potentially like Countdown, and a lot of food as well, stuff. So yeah, and again, the decklist for Inzaghi is pretty much the same. He is still sticking with that People of the Springs cookery. And with Herald as well. So nothing changed pretty much ever since.
Yeah, nothing has changed for Inzaghi's list. This has been very unique to him. He's one of the few players that runs the Herald variant of the Chiori Zhongli core. What is it? And he's had a pretty good success with it overall. Every time he brought it out, I believe he has one. He may have lost like once, I think, with it. But otherwise, I think he's kind of proven how well he's able to make it work. But I just want to do a quick flash. The players are getting started. You know, this is match point for Papaya Tofu. So Papaya Tofu wins. Inzaghi, unfortunately, is going home. Protagonist versus villain. Let's get into it, Ark.
All right, let's jump right into it. Game number 3.
Oh,
I really hope.
No. Oh,
right,
no. What's that on
there's
top, Ark?
Extreme round 1.
Oh,
now
it's
who
Fortress
goes
of Meripede
first?
too.
Oh no! If Papaya Tofu goes first, then Papaya Tofu will definitely play Extreme 100%.
Oh yeah,
because if that
absolutely.
happens, not only you get rid of the power of this Chiori Zhongli deck, which is Zhongli talent, right? And then potentially Chiori talent as well. But man, I wonder. Okay, mulligans it away because I think Papaya Tofu goes second.
Yeah, Papaya Tofu goes second.
So
they know.
Inzaghi
They
goes
know.
first.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Okay,
Alright,
there's
sense.
still some hope. What is it? Inzaghi did get lucky, was able to mulligan into Zhongli talent first turn, so he's going to be able to get that without spending any resources and also grab the Chiori talent out of his deck. But outside of that, this is all really just set up. Whoa! What a pull!
Oh, That's some good draws, like double woven and Opera Epicless as well. So you go first. So you're definitely gonna play that Opera Epicless to transform one of your dice into Geo. So yeah, very nice. And then I think you probably get to play Woven here, right? On this card, the Hot Spring here, very interesting.
Yeah, Inzaghi most likely is going for a hard and fast game plan because I think they know the second that Hu Tao, just like Clorin, gets that set up, they're not going to want to deal with it afterwards, right?
Yeah, right. I forgot that. Yeah, Inzaghi plays the Singer Heart out, right? So he pretty much swaps the Chiori for free. So there's no need to play Woven. So that's why he decides to discard the Hot Spring there. And yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the line for Inzaghi right now is probably just going to be flip over to Chiori. What is it? And then probably drop a Golden Troop and then pass it over to Tofu. Tofu, conversely, super ramp turn, Dunyarzad package, Liban, Mao, and the Fortress of Meripede coming in early. That is not great.
Oh man, I really hope this is the start of the plot twist, right? And I really hope that Inzaghi starting right now will get to win, starting from here. So we shall see and wait. But again, yeah, there is rightful reward for Papaya Tofu this early. And man, if Papaya Tofu is able to stack those energy for Hu Tao early on, that could be for Inzaghi, because again, Hu Tao does a lot of damage, right? With burst and that +2 damage from rightful reward. Oh man, this could be a painful game for Inzaghi.
Absolutely.
I hope that Inzaghi will survive this, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll have to see. It is looking pretty rough. This deck, like I said, I'm not too really familiar with this matchup specifically, but I would argue, what is it? As much as I call Zhongli a slow character, the damage that it outputs is pretty fast. But the reason I still call it slow is that it does intend to play a survival game, right? It is trying to last as long as physically possible with the abilities of Crystallize, Georets, etc. What is it? And, Herald, who even has a revival as well. And Zhongli, who is already very chunky at 12 HP. So you can kind of call it, a slower deck in that sense.
Right. So now Inzaghi, it's now Inzaghi's turn. So Inzaghi will definitely go to Chiori here or knock down Cookie here. Okay, never mind. I was like, okay, Inzaghi could go for that, but I don't think it's worth it because again, you don't want to give free swap to your opponent. So yeah, swapping Chiori here is better. And here's the thing, actually. So now Papaya Tofu has Fortress of Meripede. It hasn't taken effect yet, but it's definitely gonna take effect starting next round, and that can be very annoying for Inzaghi, because again, look at Inzaghi's hand right now. All of them are event cards, and it can be like it can negate some of the stuff from Fortress of Meripede. So that's gonna be very annoying for Inzaghi starting next turn.
Absolutely.
Next round, actually, yeah.
Yeah. The one bonus I would say when it comes to Fortress of Meripede, it isn't based on how much damage you take, but additionally, what is it? Also healing, and healing is the more consistent way to make sure it procs, right? And right now, I mean, Papaya Tofu's deck is abundant with healing. However, it hasn't gotten started yet, so we are having a little bit of grace from the Risley prison.
Yeah, so we see Zhudong coming down, and with Zhudong, he technically pretty much plays most of the food here for free every other round. And we do see Matsutake right onto Cookie. There is no artifacts for now for the Hu Tao player, but yeah, like no Verd's Visage, no Marchose Hunter, no Timaeus, right?
Yeah.
But it would be great for Papaya Tofu to get it early, but for now, I think it's fine because it can pretty much stabilize with the healings and stuff. So yeah.
Yep, Inzaghi throws on the dolls. I'm actually not too familiar with these ones, but we have the one looking to the left. So
yeah, so Inzaghi did get the follow-up doll. So most likely Inzaghi will to Herald here and start deal a lot of hydro damage with Herald here. So yeah. But the dice though,
yeah, not the best.
Actually, I could see Inzaghi go for another skill with Chiori, then hopefully he'll get the doll that increases the damage of other dolls and herself as well. I think we're gonna see it.
Yeah, most likely. Opera Epic Plays, can you... I think you're winning in the equipment department for sure. You have 5 plus 4, right, is 9. So, and you're beating Papaya Tofu's equipment cost. with the
Yep.
spear. So
Yeah, so we're gonna see Opera Epiclese here. I think with these dice, right? Like looking at the dice for Injagi, there's 2 Geo and 2 Hydro. So I think it makes sense for Injagi to go for another summon here, right? So okay, discards first.
yep.
Probably keeping that Opera Epiclese for Herald here most likely, but it can be the other way around, right? It's fine. Okay, gets the free swap.
Yeah, very
okay.
smart.
Does it get okay? But actually, does it get the doll that increases the damage of other dolls? I think that is way better because again, you still have the effect from the Senior Heart Out,
Yeah.
which means technically you can swap out for free,
Mhm.
right? But I think, I mean, you're technically just gonna sit Docs on Herald here, right? I don't
Yep.
think you never swap back to Chiori here.
Oh
Because
yeah,
again,
absolutely not.
you really want to get these summons going, so having her exposed is like a bad idea. So yeah.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I'm not super familiar, with the doll icons themselves, but I do know all their effects, and I'm not too surprised actually by Inzaghi using the follow-up doll. Whenever you use one of your abilities, it'll follow up with the geo damage, because that's kind of the thing that Inzaghi has done consistently with Herald, assuming he's able to get them actually in play. Now, the swap doll is interesting, although I think he's just trying to be dice efficient, right? Because I would argue that doll, as much as it's useful on the first turn, loses value very quickly over time, but like I said, I think dice efficiency is very key to Inzaghi, because he's spent literally everything to make sure that he does not waste a single one.
Exactly. So, I mean, here's the thing: the fact that you get the swap one, the doll, which means here's the scuff part. If you elemental skill with Herald, you just swap out, and that means you cancel out the prepared skill from the Herald. So yeah, about that. That's gonna be really scuff.
Yeah,
So I don't think we'll get to see another Herald skill for especially next round. So yeah, we'll see. It's most likely we're gonna see Zhongli 5 cost and then potentially Chioi burst as well. So let's see.
Yeah, in the end, I think it should ultimately work out. Here comes the Rain of Stone. Venti absolutely just eating the damage from Zhongli and all his friends. And there we have People of the Springs and Seedbox. Still have yet to see this properly played in tournament. Maybe this will be the time we see it, although I doubt it. We don't really have a lot of dice to work with in this situation.
Yeah, it would be great to get this People of the Springs very early, but unfortunately, it's too late because you already have the 3 Chiori summons on the board right now. But you can still play it, right, if Ijagi is able to survive this much longer. But man, so yeah, there's the Fortress of Merpy taking into effect, and yeah, it's gonna be very annoying. And because of the Opera Epiclese, you get 2 Hydro, and again, you don't want an elemental skill with Herald because again, you have the doll, which allows you to your next character. So, oh man.
Yeah, hopefully Chiori should expend that usage here, and I believe that is Inzaghi's intent to do so. Could go for the Elemental Burst, just get rid of Venti off rip, although I don't know how useful that is. But Chiori is thankfully not affected by any elements, so even if Hu Tao goes in with a big burst or elemental normal attack, elemental infused normal attack, my apologies, what is it? She won't get overloaded, and she can actually take a pretty decent brunt of the damage at this stage, and I don't think that's really a problem.
Yeah, the problem here is that I feel like at this point, Inzaghi needs a lot of Geodice, but unfortunately only gets 3 Geodice. There is no countdown as well. Countdown would be really good to fix some of your stuff. But again, Fortress of Merpy, right? So if you play Countdown and yeah, then you pretty much get you just spend 3 dice for nothing because you get Fortress of Merpy. So if you want to play Countdown, you have to play something else like Ultimate Surfing Buddy or Woven. Then yeah, but again, unfortunately, no Countdown. It would be great, right? Because the dice fixing, right, from Countdown. But man, this is starting to look very rough for Inzaghi.
Oh, now I'm worried because, I was talking about how Chiori didn't have the elemental application, but look what Papaya Tofu just pulled. A wonderful buffet of foods and also a Hu Tao Burst.
Yeah, now Hu Tao Burst. Oh, dude, you see what I'm saying? There is calcs art.
Yup.
Which means potentially Papaya Tofu can go for double elemental burst from Hu Tao this round.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
boy.
Yeah, not only shift
But
over the energy from Venti, but also that Adeptus is the thing I'm trying to highlight. That's gonna hurt. What is the damage here? I don't even. Yeah, they didn't even need it. Chiori's dead. Oh no.
yeah. Yeah, so it's exactly 9 damage, right? 5 base plus 2 from the rightful reward and plus 2 from the elemental reaction, which is overload. So yeah, now normal attack instead. Again, the reason why Ijagi went for the normal attack, again, if they went for the skill, it's gonna cancel out the pair skill from from Herald. So yeah.
Adeptus comes in.
Oh no.
The calc shift from the 2 characters. It's gonna be a no. Zhongli's not dead actually, right? He's fine, right?
He's dead actually.
Wait, he's dead? 12 damage! He's dead! Oh my goodness! I have never seen a Hu Tao output this much damage off rip.
Oh no, this is not looking good for Injagi.
Yeah, what a big play. And I believe, what is it? Did you get a Calxar on your bingo card already or no?
Yeah, actually, yeah, thank you for mentioning that. So yeah, I have mixed feelings right now. Number one, I'm happy that I do bingo for the Calx Art Burst. But the sad part is that Ijagi gets Chiori and Zhongli get taken down by double Tao Burst. Oh man, that is just oh no.
Yeah, what a play. What is it? Papaya Tofu had the absolute perfect setup to be able to rip it just right out using the Adeptus to Oko, Zhongli, but also Chiori, surprisingly enough, had enough damage just for that. Very impressive to see that being the case, but now Inzaghi is going to do their best to do what they have. They're just using normal attacks at this rate because that's all they have, and unfortunately, what is it? The next turn is coming. What is it? The stone, you know, I tell you supposed to play a little careful. This will knock out Venti, but then it could potentially be a Kuki solo if Herald is able to knock out Hu Tao, but that is where we're sitting at right now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Tofu did get cursed from Elemental Burst from the Herald here. So what that means is that Tofu has to spend extra die to play Elemental Skill or Elemental Burst. So if Papaya Tofu, okay. Oh, the dice though.
Yeah, the dice
Wait
are horrible.
A minute. Wait. Hold on a minute. This could be something.
Yep. Drops down
No
the healing.
pyro, though.
Yep. Hu Tao does have a burst, but no cards to tune for it. Only can do a normal attack, and Hu Tao no longer has infusion. Moving over to Kuki instead to get some damage in.
Yeah, now at this point, this pretty much gives a clear signal to Injagi that Papaya Tofu doesn't have the dice to go for Elemental Skill and Burst. I mean, not to mention as well, right? The curse as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would say
now,
though, Inzaghi isn't necessarily in a better situation themselves. They do have 2 usable. Still wants to just do normal attack. Why do you think that's the case? Because I feel like you could tune Surfing Buddies, what is it, and all the other cards to give yourself that Hydro Prepare skill and or Burst in this scenario.
Okay, so here's the thing. With so the Elemental Skill right now for Herald only does 2 damage. So, I mean, recently he did got nerfed, so that's why right now... Yeah, so Herald's Elemental Burst overall is 2 damage, but if Herald gets flipped, like procs the revive, then his Elemental Skill will deal 4 damage total.
That's right. Yeah, he does have a lower damage floor.
So that's why he went for normal attack, because again, right, the dice doesn't have, can't go for Elemental Skill, so that's why he decided to go for normal attack instead. So this, we're gonna see Burst, because again, Burst deals how many damage?
Yeah, 3 damage, so, refreshes the status even though we haven't used it up. Still good to keep it up though.
Yep.
It's
Oh,
literally
man.
it's literally just a normal attack fight. Both players are basically removed from their abilities to actually use their skills or have efficient skills for that matter. That is kind of the disadvantage of Hu Tao and Kuki. Their skills do a lot of stuff, but it doesn't matter if you're not on the character with repairing time or the ability to swap. So Papaya Tofu is just stuck on top of Kuki and making sure Hu Tao does not take that extra damage, because Hu Tao goes, Inzaghi could probably pull it back.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Injog doesn't have any cards to sustain for Herald. But yeah, like even if it's gonna comes down to both of these players keep normal attacking each other, I think Tofu will just come out on top. Even if man. Like no Geo Resonance, no healing, no Mystic Soup whatsoever. And the Fortress of Meripede taking into effect, that's gonna be really annoying, because right now you cannot play the Sing Your Heart Out. That's pretty much out of the play, because again, if you want to play Sing Your Heart Out, you gotta play the other cards, but unfortunately there are no other you can play here so that you can play Sing Your Heart Out. But oh man, so yeah, normal attacking, and now
I think Papaya Tofu might go for the big finish. Fast swap into Hu Tao to burst. No, the revive has already been spent.
Yeah.
Yep. Inzaghi is preparing for his last stand. Probably gonna go for yet another normal attack.
Skill.
Yep. Oh no, skill.
Because again, if you normal attack here, normal attack will deal 3 damage, and that's exactly enough to take down Guki. But if that happens, it's free swap to Hu Tao, and yeah. And
yep, Kuki rips the burst. And there we have it.
No.
Papaya Tofu takes the game in the loser's bracket. The villain overcomes the hero. Inzaghi is unfortunately knocked out of the tournament. And congratulations to Papaya Tofu for a clean 3-0 against Inzaghi.
Man, it is unfortunate though that Inzaghi got 3-0 sweep from Papaya Tofu. But man, oh man, that second game and this last game was something, man. Like it was very something else. I don't know, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, as casters of the global scene, we are, very excited to see Inzaghi play on the stage and make once again another losers run, basically to the top, I would say. But Papaya Tofu was ready to stand in their way, and of course, a very well-deserved victory, I would say. They had some pretty, they had to face off against some pretty crazy plays that Inzaghi was throwing out, and they were able to hold the line by the last second. And that last game, 100%, went to Papaya Tofu because they had, the cards exactly what they needed, and the strategy to, withhold just enough damage so that they could knock out both of the relevant characters on Inzaghi's side.
Yeah, man, these games overall were actually very, very close though. But yeah, Papaya Tofu pretty much came out on top, and unfortunately for Inzaghi, there are moments, right, where there's like a winning line for stuff, but unfortunately Papaya Tofu is able to get these strategies going and able to come out of top. But yeah, I mean, even though Inzaghi will get knocked down or actually get eliminated, he will receive the top 4 prize, right, which is really, really nice, which is 640 yuan. Again, that is pretty big, right, compared to the other placement prizes here. So yeah, but it is though unfortunately for us, right, the global casters, that unfortunately Inzaghi is out. Like actually all of the Prince regional players is pretty much out, and the top 3 remaining is pretty much just Fonter regional. So yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't wait to how this tournament will conclude overall. So yeah, but unfortunately Inzaghi, right, again, I'm just sad. Really, like, it is unfortunate to see Inzaghi go away, but again, he did come out top 4 in this tournament, so that is a big achievement still.
A good perspective kind of to look at the entire situation, because we are all set with the set itself. But for me and you, right, we're both longtime competitors of Genius Invocation TCG, and then one of the things that always made me super salty, I mean, like, not to the extreme, right, but like I have consistently hit top 16 and top 32 when it comes to the Astra Carnival tournaments, right? The big ones. You know, and you made it all the way to the champions, and I'm like, oh man, I was for the first one, I was right there, man. Like I could have made it, you know, all the way through, but you know, unfortunately, I'm simply not that well studied the game as some other people are, and you know, hey, that's how it goes, man. Sometimes it's luck, sometimes it's skill.
Yeah, sometimes you lose and sometimes you win. You cannot take them all. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, unfortunately, the road for our protagonist Injagi will end right here. And right now, we're gonna jump to the set 2 very soon, which is in the upper bracket, right? Between Ollie Crane and Maho Shoujo or Magic Girl Teriri. So yeah, we're gonna see them in a bit. Like that, yeah, like this lower bracket semifinal ended very quickly, right? Again, because it is a 3-0 sweep. So we're gonna dive into the winner bracket final very early this time around. So yeah, so look forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So just here's a little update in the bracket. Inzaghi goes down, Papaya Tofu moves up, and whoever loses the next round between the winners bracket will move down for one final face-off in the lower bracket before we jump all the way up to the winners finals, which is going to be, or the grand finals, I should say, tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. So whoever loses in the upper bracket final is pretty much not out yet, because again, if they lose that upper bracket, they will get demoted to the lower bracket, and we're gonna see the lower bracket finals tomorrow, which again, we're gonna show you guys the schedule for the lower bracket tomorrow, because again, it's gonna, the timing for the final day tomorrow is gonna be different, so do look forward to that.
Absolutely.
All right, so I think it's about time for us, me and Kojo, to take a short break, and yeah, we'll be right back, and we'll see you guys in the winner bracket final.
Yep, we'll be right back with more Genius Invocation TCG goodness. Don't go away. We have the winners bracket finals coming up.
スカークの行方か。手がかりはあるのかな。
それが師匠は謎めいた人で、
どんな人物かがわからないことにはな。
そうだな。そういえば俺が卒業した日、3つの質問をしていいと言われた。まずはずっと不思議だったんだけど、なんで俺を弟子にしてくれたの？
お前があれを呼び覚ましたからだ。私が教えた武芸が将来役に立つだろう。もちろん生きて帰るにはもっと強くならなければならないが。
すでにいろいろ習っただろ。どうやってもっと強くなればいいんだよ。
まだ基礎だけだ。弓の扱いもまだ荒い。形ある武器を完全に極めれば次のステージに行けるだろう。全てを手中の刃と化し、神羅万象を自在に操るのだ。そうすれば師匠のようにさらなる力を追い求められる。
分かった。じゃあ最後の質問だ。師匠はなんでいつもそんな顔してるの？強くなるって楽しいことじゃないの？師匠？
それで師匠は何と？
深淵を離れる時、師匠が最後にこう言ったのが聞こえた。いつか滅びゆく星々を越えていけば、お前にも私の見ている世界が見えるようになるだろう。
テリマットでは世界の外から来た世界の運命を変える者を降臨者と呼ぶ。だがお前にその資格はない。教会を開いたのは俺だからな。お前はただの密航者だ。
If your long journey makes you drift too far away, and if the dust and time still weigh you down, pulling you astray, if passing is change you somehow, let not this simple life must still be there with you.
見て、流れ星だ。え、どこに落ちたんだろう。
俺に勝ちたければ俺の歩いた道をたどってみるがいい。
Please note that I stay to wait. Please note that I stay to see.
だがそこにお前は属さない。お前の家もない。
私、アリスよ。旅の人、おしゃべりしましょう。
その剣誰に習った？あいつはどこだ？師匠、今日こそ両手を使ってよ。
No, I wait. I wait. I wait. No, I wait for you.
まさに滅びの災いと呼ぶにふさわしいわ。終わりなき苦痛と消えることのない呪い。
だからよそ者なんて信用するなって言ったんじゃないか。
そして救世主の誕生。
運命の食器はついに役目を果たしたの。アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。
宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテイラントに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
この数ヶ月の間で42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。彼女の存在を無視し続けたら、いつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこにいるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。無に帰せ。この手に烈空、星々よ、静かに眠れ。
はじめまして、私はダリア。セピロス教会の女祭で風神バルバトスの伝道師です。面白くなってきた。
私の夜はここで終わる。だがお前の旅はまだまだ続く。
お前は私の師匠極悪鬼スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。これがお前の望んだことか。
お兄ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。でも今回は何としても止めてみせる。
よくやったスカーク。今回も生き残れたか。
今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜお前が鈍性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
するとロッチ
経緯などとうの昔に消え去った。貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
旅の終点で2人の新たな始まりが待ってる。
Nod cry, an ever-changing landscape of ruin, a marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades. I hear that the snow...
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the AstraNox Invitational GITCG International Tournament Elimination Stage Day 5. Once again, it's your boy Ark. I'll be your host for today. And with me this time, it's Sumi.
Hello everybody, it is great to be back. I finally emerged from my slumber to watch the later half of these games. I just got word as well that Inzaghi, our final global player, has been eliminated, so that is a bit sad for me seeing all these familiar players go. But that means we have new champions emerging among us.
Yeah, man, I do feel sad and depressed about Inzaghi leaving the tournament right now. But he did get top 4, right? So that is something, like, achievement to get to. Alright, so once again, first and foremost, this tournament is sponsored by ShiningSoul. We'd like to let all travelers and duelists know that the set of the ShiningSoul Genshin Genius Invocation TCG card is now officially on sale. You can purchase the brand new in-stock cards at the official Genshin Impact store or ShiningSoul official store on Taobao. Collect the Genius Invocation TCG cards, gather your friends, and let the duels begin. AstraNox Invitational is exclusively sponsored by ShiningSoul.
And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the event or just joining in, although there's probably very few of you, this has been going on for a while and I hope you followed the stories of these players as we progress, we are playing in the the AstraNox Invitational. It follows a group stage into elimination stage format, which we are currently in right now. Originally, 16 players would have competed into a single group, and then multiple groups converging into the elimination stage, which you are in right now. We are in the best of 5 era right now, with the players who lose their matches being eliminated from the tournament entirely. As well as for the match rules, as we are in elimination stage right now, each player must bring 4 decks with 3 unique characters in each, so a total of 12 unique characters. Each deck must consist of 3 characters and 30 character cards. If any player does not follow these deck rules, they will be eliminated by default, and when the matches start, each player will get to ban one of their opponent's decks, and then they'll need to play out the remaining 3 until they have won with all 3 decks. Keep in mind as well that when you win with a deck, you can no longer play it for the rest of the series, so these players need to craft 4 decks that they believe they can win with. And once they win with all 3 of their decks, they obviously win.
Yep, that is exactly correct. So again, guys, we are now currently in the elimination stage, day 5, right? So, or actually day 6. That's a mistake. So yeah, right now it's June 14, right? So this is pretty much the second to the last day of this whole tournament, right? Of this whole elimination stage. Again, we've been streaming this all day, all week, and yeah, tomorrow is gonna be the grand, right? The final, and then the grand finale that we're gonna see tomorrow. Again, the schedule for these for the matches tomorrow, we're gonna talk about that later at the end of the stream, and obviously we're gonna also post it as well on our social media accounts, so do follow us there. All right.
And here are the prizes once again. We only really care about the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, as every other contestant from 5th all the way to 32nd has already been eliminated as of yet. So, for 4th place, you're going to get a prize of 640 yen. On 3rd, 960. 2nd, you get 1280. And 1st, you get the big prize of 3,200 yen, as well as the as well as some various other prizes ShiningSoul will send, like potentially some physical cards, maybe some dice thrown in. Those dice are really pretty, by the way, and stuff like that.
Yeah, so these players will definitely get all of these, like all of these items actually, potentially, probably all of them, right? The card backs, the card sleeves, the play mat, the deck box, and many other cards as well. So yeah, these products are very beautiful. Once again, big shout outs to our sponsor, ShiningSoul. All right, now let's check once again, the bracket, right? Because again, we are now currently in day 5, or actually day 6. I keep mixing that up. Day 6 in this elimination bracket, right? So right now, we're gonna witness the winner bracket final between Maho Shoujo, Magical Girl, Teriri, and against Ollie Crane. So yeah, again, it's a best of 5 series, right, in this winner bracket final. So yeah, so we're gonna see 4 decks coming soon, and yeah, I wonder what these players will be bringing this time, because again, these players can switch or submit their deck list every other round, so we might be able to see different cookings, different stuff, right, compared to the early stages or the early days in this elimination stage. So yeah, we shall see and find out.
Yeah, I'm excited at what these players are bringing, because like the previous match, I just saw Papaya Tofu bring an alternate version of Kachinavi with Fishul in there, and apparently has 100% win rate? Like, what? I need to see what like spicy adjustments players are making to their deck now that they need to bring 4. And Papaya Tofu, going for an oldie but a goodie, Ryo stalled.
Yeah, so we have Maho Shoujo, right? That is Shoujo Terry. His favorite deck is the classic Furina with Risley stall deck with Barbara. And look at the player profile, right? So we have he's a champion in version 5.1 from a Chinese community tournament, and then in version 5.5 he's a Residence Cup top 4, and then he also played GITCG since the beginning, right? Version 3.3, and he says that GITCG I love brings me pure joy, and I do agree with that. And man, Dice Master, Fast Thinking, and Trust Instinct. So that is his player tag, right? So, because a while ago we did see Papaya Tofu with the villain tag, so that's why, if you guys confused about the protagonist and the villain thing, yeah, so that's how Papaya Tofu became the villain, because again, that is the player tag that he got, which is the villain. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the villain comes out of top. It is what it is, but yeah, let's just move on, right? Let's just move on. So, alright, and we do see Ollie Crane here. His favorite deck is the classic Shenhe Superconduct. I've seen this deck so many times. In fact, I played this deck like 2 years ago, actually. Can you believe that? 2 years ago? Oh my god, time doesn't it?
It feels like such a long time ago, but it's also so close. Also, if for those of you who do not know this deck, 3.7 and part of 3.8 as well, this deck was the deck. Everyone brought it. Everyone brought a deck to beat it. It was like just the best deck in the game, no questions asked.
Yeah, I remember playing this deck during the very first Prince Cup in 2023, and I've actually encountered a lot of mirror matches with this one. So yeah, that was kind of funny, right? Even in the first Prince Cup, actually during the semifinals against Inzaghi, fun fact, like I actually lose right the mirror match between Inzaghi with this Shenhe Super deck, and yeah, that was something, man. Good times. But yes, so let's talk about the achievements, right? So in version 4.2, Ollie was the Residence Cup champion. In version 4.5, he's the Skyfrost Nail Cup champion as well. And also played GITCG as well in 3.3. And again, the tags, right? There's another villain tag, Dice Cringe and Gambler. And he said that Dice of Cringe and Brick Hands. Tap right and hit the gear. Ah, what a words to live by.
Words to live by, indeed. You know, this reminds me of King's mentality. Go in, high roll, win. Go in, doesn't high roll, top right, go next.
Yeah, just top right, go next, I guess. Alright, we get to see the bans here really quick, right? So Kachinavia is banned for Teriri, and then Chirojongli is banned for Ollie, and our game 1 is going to be Hu Tao Overload for Terry, and then for Ollie is going to be the Bennett combo with Herald, no Electro Hypostasis, but there is Ajdaha.
You know, this Bennett deck reminds me of something we saw. I think it was, can't remember if it was like Ting or Kevin. I think Mr. Pello might have brought this as well. There was like a Bennett Cube Herald deck, and now they replaced it with Ajda and brought in some new cards. This looks quite familiar to what I'm used to from last year.
Yeah, so this time, I mean, it's very interesting that Ollie Crane decides to bring Herald instead of Electro Hypostasis, but Minty already pointed this out that actually Herald here actually deals more damage than Electro Hypostasis if the revive from the Abyss Herald procs, because again, if the Abyss Herald procs, that pretty much like the Herald deals more damage basically.
And Teriri going in for this kooky Hu Tao deck. I think normally this has Yao Yao, but players are choosing to bring Venti over this time. Also reminiscent of the kooky Yao Yao deck we saw Kevin initially bring to the Prince Cup. This deck has done pretty well so far from what I've seen. It has a surprisingly good matchup in a Kachinavia, actually, now that I think about it. This time, though, going up against a different style of deck.
Yeah, things are very different here now. So yeah, normally we did see right the Yao Yao mid range for before, and right now because Hu Tao got buffed to 12 HP recently, and people are starting to figure out the sauce that rightful reward with Hu Tao now that you got buffed to 12 HP is actually way better. But maybe the near future, right? Hopefully, where Yao Yao gets to buff to 12 HP, we might be able to see Yao Yao making a comeback into the meta. But right now, let us now focus onto our very first match here in the upper bracket, winner bracket final, game number 1 between Ollie Crane and Terry.
Oh my god, Teriri is rich. Look at that. Like, Prismatic Dunyazard, Prismatic Libin, Prismatic Mao. This man is rolling in the dough.
Yeah, the fact that he doesn't have Prismatic or the what's actually lustrous skin, right, for the characters here for Cookie, Venti, or Hu Tao. He's not going for that, but instead he goes for the cards instead, right? Dunyazard, Libin, and Chef Mao.
I mean, to be fair, you do use your event cards more than your character cards, because they can go in every deck, but your characters can only go into one, so you have more overlap, you get to see the new shiny skin more. What is Ollie Crane gonna do? Teriri went for the full ramp play, but what's the response? Ooh. Golden Troop is not a bad draw.
It's probably gonna be the same thing, I could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Again, I'm not familiar too much with this Bennett deck. So I could probably see a swap. Oh no, wait. It could potentially be a ramp 8 as well, where you play Dawn Winery and then you just play Veteran's Visage. Or not. It could be Veteran's Visage onto Ajdaha.
No, I think you're right. It is a ramp 8 play.
Yeah, there you go. Interesting.
Not really much to play for, honestly, so I guess this kind of makes sense. The thing I am a little bit surprised about is that, from what I know of Bennett decks, you just want to rush that Bennett burst, because that's basically what your entire deck revolves around, right? If you don't get the +2 damage from that, your deck feels pretty bad, all things considered. Because especially in a deck like this, there isn't a lot of reactions you can do, right? Like Bennett has very low aura uptime. Ajda's Crystallize aren't going to do that much damage, all things considered. So it's a bit of a surprise, but I guess with no talent and no way to draw into it, never mind, just top deck coming right out.
Yeah. So without Storm Terror, luckily Ollie Crane is able to top deck that Bennett talent. So potentially we could see a Bennett burst coming down in this round number 2. And again, Ollie Crane has double HDR talent, so potentially Ollie Crane could just stall here, I think. Because you have double HDR talent, so that'd be really great to play right now. But do you actually go for it right now?
I don't think you do. There's no reason to use the Ajda talents now to get more dice, especially when you consider that Bennett doesn't have burst up. So even if you do stall, you're basically stalling so you can just dump 10 dice to get Bennett burst. And that's not great. So I think get Bennett burst the normal way, or at least get it to full energy, and then we can consider stalling next turn.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If Ollie Crane decides to go for get that 2 energy with Bennett, right? Normal attack or skill, then Ollie Crane is gonna have like a lot of dice extra, like potentially 2 or 3 dice extra. And what are you gonna do with those actually? Like with these cards you have in your hand right now to do with actually no Liben, no Storm Terror.
That's true as well, but also we have a Dawn Winery. We might not even need to use those leftover dice. We could just swap stall. Let's go. My favorite thing.
Yeah, swap stalling. Oh boy, my favorite. So yeah, we might actually see HDL talent being played now just to stall more, I guess. Very classic indeed. And now
Staying on Ajda feels risky though, because that's Hu Tao, Ajda's Pyro Aura, and she just went into her enhanced state. And still has 3 dice to spare. Although that could go a little bit as well.
Yeah, like she could normal attack here. I think Terry's gonna go for Gilded Dreams to get that +2 dice, and exactly with 4 dice, you can charge attack with Tao, and with that you apply the Blood Blossom as well onto Ajda by the end of this. After that charge attack as well from Hu Tao, and then by the end of this round, then yeah, Ajda will take 1 pyro damage because of that.
It's important to note the Pyro as well, because you can use that aura later to swirl on Venti, or maybe swap later if Ollie Crane stays in Ajda. They do exactly what you say, Arc. They get the Gilded Dreams, get to 4 dice, and then because Hu Tao is normal attacking on even dice, it counts as a charge attack, and then her passive kicks in, drops a Blood Blossom on Ajda, +1 damage for free, and the aura sets him very low as well.
Yeah, so now Ajda, and not really for Herald. Like I was about to say, Herald is very low. I mean, here's the thing: Herald's HP is always very low. Again, right? That's how Herald works, I guess, with the Abyss Heralds and all that. Like they have 6 HP initially, and then once they revive procs, they'll get 4 HP. So yeah. Anyway, the dice though for Ollie Crane here. Yeah, we're probably gonna see another ballot normal attack. And then again, right, you have 4 dice left. Like, what are you gonna do with those 4 dice? Like, another normal attack?
You can't get talent, though. You can either burst with no talent, or you just don't get your Bennett burst down. This is actually tragic.
Actually, here's the thing, though. You cannot even go for Bennett burst this round because of the dice that you have. Like, sure, you go for normal attack, but... Oh yeah, I mean, sure, you could go for Bennett burst, but without the talent. Yeah, but tune 4 with the talents, I don't think that's gonna be worth it. So probably we're gonna see normal attack again for Bennett, right? And then most likely it's a swap to Herald. Like you have the 2-cost Golden Troop onto Herald, and you do have 1 Hydro. So technically you could go to Herald Elemental Skill for 1 dice for 1 Hydro, and then
oh yeah. We didn't
just float 2 dice, I guess. Or
double Ajda talent play pulled up. No, okay.
NA, yeah. Fair enough. Because I think Ollie Crane wants to save those Golden Troop stacks for Herald, so that by the time you get the Bennett burst, Harold just gonna go ham.
Certainly is almost set up for it. Bennett's full energy should be a fairly safe swap into burst. I mean, as long as Teriri uses up that stack of the Kuki ring, I think Bennett currently has Pyro on, so he just needs to use that up so he doesn't get overloaded off when he tries to go for the talent and waste an extra dice swapping. Other than that, though, he is set up. No, it's actually Electra, never mind.
Yeah, there is fast swap for Ollie Crane as well. So if Ollie Crane wants to play safely here, then he can just go for fast swap to Bennett and then Bennett burst, and then you can pretty much just chill from there.
It would be a guaranteed Bennett burst, completely safe as well. Teriri does have a fast swap of their own. Only one copy, though, and threatening a fast swap Hu Tao burst onto that Bennett is something Ollie Crane needs to be wary about. If you lose that Bennett burst, you more or less lose the game. Oh,
Asia
no.
gets taken down exactly enough with the 3 damage with overload. And now you actually don't need fast swap anymore because now you can just safely go for Bennett burst with his talent card. And now, here's the thing. Terry has a lot of dice to work with. And wait a minute. Actually, Hotel can just go for the burst here and get rid of
I'm
Bennett.
pretty sure it's not lethal.
Yeah, like it's exactly enough, and that's gonna be 9 damage coming down Bennett, exactly lethal. And now you're just alone with Harold. That's why actually Ollie Crane played the boy princess because you play the boy princess, you get the +2 dice as well because of that. Very nice.
Something to note as well that Teriri just top decked the fast swap as the Ajda went down. So imagine he had that beforehand. Swaps an Ajda, overloads onto Bennett, just nukes him outright, and then like Ollie Crane just loses on the spot. But 1 card short of that combo. Question here though is like, can Ollie Crane win on this turn and this turn specifically? Because right now Hu Tao will knock Harold. Actually, no, 1 damage short of knocking Harold out of its revive.
Yeah.
But next turn, it will be 2-shot for any of Teriri's characters, so what do we do?
Yeah, like, I mean, if Harold's gonna go for another skill here, it's gonna be more healing, right? Like, I think most likely by the end of this round, we could see Harold here heal back up to 5 HP. But wait a minute. Do you even flip Harold here? Like, do you even proc the revive? I don't think so. Like, proccing the revive here is gonna be really bad. So I think Terry here just gonna probably just swap to Venti. Yeah, let Venti tank a lot of damage from Harold here. You do have Dave resistance as well. Do you even play that onto Venti or I don't know?
I think no. I like the idea of swapping to Venti. I think proccing the revive here is bad because if you lose Hu Tao, you just don't have damage anymore. Because all of your characters do 2 damage, Harold will heal 2 per skill. The good news is that it's prepare skill, so you can technically out damage him if he goes for that. But yeah, I think swapping to Venti here is the correct play. You just tank the damage on some other character. It is actually going to go for the Day of Resistance just to really make sure that you keep all the HP you have.
Yeah, and not only that, there's also macrons in effect as well. So that macro is gonna get that max value really quickly. Attacks coming from Ollie Crane here with Harold. But I think Ollie Crane is gonna go for the burst here, not even skill. Because again, with elemental skill from Harold, even though with Bennett burst, it's not gonna be enough. And again, the curse here from Abyss Harold burst is gonna be a lot.
I also like the idea of going for the curse and the undercurrent here. One of the win cons of Teriri is just going to a Hu Tao burst or setting her up into the enhanced state. Interesting play there, but we have perfect dice for it, so I don't mind. But yeah, setting her up in the enhanced state for the buff damage. Now it's gonna be a lot harder. Burst is like all of your skills are gonna cost 4, and then Hu Tao skill is gonna cost 3 as well now, so everything's more expensive for Teriri. This buys you time, which is exactly what you need for this Bennett burst to get value.
Exactly. So now, I mean, there is fast swap to Hu Tao, so potentially what Terry can do here is just, like, you go to Hu Tao, burst up, and then heal back Hu Tao to like 5+ HP, and at that point, Okay, but here's the thing though. If you flip Herald here, like Herald can do 5 damage maximum with his normal attack with Bennett Burst. So I mean you do have Matsutake meat rolls for Hu Tao here. So let's see what the play is going to be for Maho Shoujo or Magical Girl Teriri here.
I think right now you want to bait Ollie into going for a prepare skill and then fast swapping over onto Hu Tao. That way you can guarantee that you get the flip, and then you'll also lock him into that prepare skill, so you actually have enough damage to just normal attack him down from there.
Makes sense. Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, I think it makes sense to use skill here instead of normal attack, or probably goes for another yoink. Yeah, that's another as well.
Ooh, that was
but the yoink, but the yoink here is not that good because yeah, I don't think Ollie Crane here will play that 3-cost food. No, thank you.
You didn't steal anything good, but I think this is fine. I'm pretty sure what Ollie can want to do is just stall the turn, stall the dice. Ooh, wow. We're really going for skill here? I mean, we can. I don't like it, though.
NA. Interesting. This could be... Are we gonna see a Cookie Burst here?
Angling for it. I mean, a Cookie Burst would also pop the Herald Revive, and then we can save our Hu Tao Burst for after next turn. I'm fine with this, actually.
Yeah.
Because something to consider as well, that Herald can have no more than 6 max HP, right? So you pop his Revive, and then next turn, Hu Tao Burst with the Adeptus Temptation will do more than 6, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like, that is exactly more than enough to take down Herald next round. If Terry decides to go for proc that revive for onto Herald, yeah, I think Cookie Burst is definitely the play here. I mean, is there any other way around?
What are we doing? What is there to think about? I'm pretty sure Cookie Burst into Hu Tao Burst next turn always wins here. What are we stalling for? I'm like 90% sure it always wins us the game. There's nothing.
I mean, they can still go for it. They have this. They still have the dice for it, so they're probably just swap stalling. So it makes sense. And yeah, there's the skill, right? And now is the perfect time to go for burst, because with burst that is exactly like 6 damage, right? To proc the revive. And yeah, I kind of like this actually. Just let Venti take some of the damage, and you pretty much have the dice, right, for the Cookie Burst.
I'm gonna say though that could have been slightly risky, because Cookie Burst doesn't actually do the most damage in the world. If it wasn't for that Pyro Aura, this wouldn't have killed.
True, yeah. But luckily,
just pop it earlier, man. What are we waiting for? Cookie would have gotten the heal from the burst, would have lived anyways. Like, I don't know why we're taking that risk.
They probably have these calculations already going. They're probably, thinking in advance, step ahead, right? 5 steps ahead, something like that. So, yeah, now that Teriri goes first, I think Teriri's just gonna close out this game 1 with fast swap onto Hu Tao and just Hu Tao Burst. But are we gonna see Adeptus though, just for the BM?
You might actually need to see the Adeptus, because that tenacity right now is buffing Herald pretty good.
Yeah, but with Rightful Reward though, it just like it exactly deals like 7 damage. Yeah, like 5 base, and yeah, there it is. Just Hu Tao Burst, no Adeptus, no BM. Just go next, and that is GG.
So Teriri does win game 1, and I wouldn't want to say a dominating fashion, but it was certainly a very methodical, very controlled way. Just waiting out the turns of that Bennett Burst, sniping away the Ajda with one single dice with a Cookie Ring. Ollie Crane did a pretty good job of trying to come back, right? Like, he got the talent down, Herald smashed through the team, but there was just barely not enough damage at the end. All of Teriri's characters were so low. Cookie was on 4, Venti was on 2, Hu Tao was on 2. If Ollie Crane just had a smidgen more dice, if he was able to use those Ajda talents, maybe those results would have been different.
Man, yeah, the fact that H-Dot died early and Ollie Crane didn't get to use those double H-Dot talents is just very sad. But now, let's now focus up on game number 2 here. So let's do some predictions. So I'll go first with this prediction. So the game 2, I think Teriri will play most likely Chioi Zhongli because again, that, and it's not banned, but for Ollie Crane, it is banned, right? The Chioi Zhongli deck. So
Ollie Crane's playing Kachi Navia.
Okay, yeah, probably gonna go for that. But I think my prediction here is that Teriri will play Chioi Zhongli and then Ollie Crane stick with Bennett combo.
Okay. My prediction is, I agree with you, Teriri's probably going to play the Chioi Zhongli deck, but I think Ollie Crane is going for Kachi Navia.
Alright, let's see it and find out. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I mean, Kachi Navia is strong. I mean, that is why Kachi Navia is banned for Teriri here. But yeah, we might be able to see Kachi Navia, sure. But looking at the potential, right? I feel like Ollie Crane has more chances to win if Ollie Crane will play either... Yeah, I would say it's Bennett. Because again, I don't think with Crab, do you even have the chance to win against Chioi Zhongli? I mean, okay, you know what? If Ollie Crane has the controlled directional blast in this Crab deck, then I can see Crab winning against Chioi Zhongli. But who knows? But then again, if Teriri picks Cloran and then Ollie Crane picks the Crab here, then it can go 50-50 actually. Because again, I think in all of these Crab decks, there is Extreme, right? And Extreme can be just very annoying to deal with sometimes. I mean, I said this a couple of times that Extreme is such a bad card. You play Extreme and then you just lose instantly. But we'll just have to see and find out.
I had a big brain play here. What if Ollie Crane brings Crab? Because we know that Crab never wins against Chioi Zhongli. Like, Chioi Zhongli completely counters Crab with what it wants to do. And I think Ollie Crane knows this as well. But all three of Ollie Crane's decks can beat the Eremite deck. And because Teriri needs to win with all three decks, as long as this Crab deck beats like, you need the Crab deck to win eventually, and it never wins against Zhongli, so I think Ollie Crane is just going to keep bringing Crab until it wins, right? Because game 1, you lose against Chioi Zhongli, whatever, that's expected. And then game 3, now you have to face off against the Eremite deck. Crab stops it, and then Teriri is just stuck on this one deck.
Yeah, exactly. And then we might be able to see a reverse sweep from there. So yeah, it's gonna be very exciting to see. So let's see what our game number 2 match. So alright, here we go, chat. Here we go. So let's see it. So is it gonna be Chioi Zhongli for Teriri? Yep. And alright, let's see it. Is it gonna be Kachi Navia or Bennett combo once again? Oh, you were correct.
I knew it.
It is gonna be Kachi Navia. Huh, now that's gonna be interesting. So again,
it's the psychology aspect, right? Because when a player loses game 1, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm just gonna play the strongest deck in the format and smash with it.
Yeah. So I mean, here's the thing, right? The matchup for this one, I would say it's most likely Chioi Zhongli is in favor to win this one. But it's 70-30, right? 70% in favor for Chioi Zhongli and then 30% in favor for Kachi Navia. But 30%, I mean, that is still big.
It's not bad.
All things considered, yeah. But if Teriri is able to high roll, right? Like able to get Zhongli talent and Chioi talent early, and then followed up by round 2, Signora elemental skill, the follow-up and all that good stuff, then yeah, like that would be very rough for Ollie Crane.
I would personally rate this matchup into like a bit more of a 60-40, where Chiori is for sure favored. Like, as a deck with more sustain options, it will still match Kachi Navia's damage somewhat, at least in the early rounds. But then later on, you're still at stall potential to help you win, but it's reliant on you getting a lot of things, right? You need Zhongli talent, you need Chiori talent, you hopefully want an early Storm Terrors to help reduce the cost of the Zhongli skills going forward, and you would also want some defensive options, either Mystique Soup or Georesonance. That's a lot of cards you want in your starting hand, and sometimes you don't get it. And also the dice, so you need to tune some of those important cards, right? So Chiori Navia is for sure favored, but if the player gets a bit unlucky or misplays a little bit, Kachi Navia definitely still has win cons.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it all comes down to luck at the end of the day. So yeah, like if man, if Terry doesn't get Zhongli talent round 1 and lose the 50-50 with the Stove God Arcane, then yeah, that could change the game. But yeah, alright, this time we get to see the Kachinavia decklist from Ollie Crane. I would say everything here is standard, right? There is Gravestone, right? Very classic. What else is there? Yeah, there is one Source Cracker. No Chef. I mean, in most of the most Kachinavia decklist, there is no Chef Mao. It's either 5 food or just 4 food, right? With Mystic Soup and the Singer Heart. But yeah, most of the stuff here very standard, right? Nothing special here other than Wolf's Raves and all that good stuff. So right, here we go. Game number 2, Kachinavia versus Chiori Zhongli.
Good start for Ollie Crane already, starting with Kachina talent, double Kachina talent, don't need the second one, free tuning fodder. And as I was saying, Ark, if the Chiori Zhongli player gets unlucky, it can very easily swing the matchup back in favor of Kachinavia. And looking at Teriri's hand, I see no Storm Terrors, no talents, no defensive tools.
Oh no. Wait, it might actually happen. So, I mean, there's still hope with the strategize, so hopefully they'll get something from that strategize. Oh, let's see. Is it gonna be Zhongli talent? If it's not Zhongli talent, then it... Oh! Okay, now... It's GG go next. It's actually GG go next. No Zhongli talent round 1 is very bad. But... And now, because of that, Kachinavia... Like, the winning chances for Kachinavia has risen up. It spiked to, like, 60% actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, like 60% or even 70%. But... Yeah, I would say it's even more. Yeah, you're exactly right. But then again, if Terry gets Zhongli talent next round, then I can see a comeback because then again, there is the double Opera Epiclese. So Teriri here effectively gets 10 dice every round, but man, again, Terry needs that Zhongli talent ASAP.
Yeah, Teriri like definitely has win cons, but their chances are not nearly as high as they were before. And I mean, this is kind of the thing with playing Chiori Zhongli. You need a lot of things in your opening hand to go correctly. Otherwise, it's not the best.
Like, the thing is with Chiori Zhongli is that, right, you do need a lot of cards early on. That's why this deck can be very heavy on luck and all that good stuff. But then again, yeah, I mean, if you're able to get all cards early, then you're pretty much smooth sailing, right, with this deck. But yeah, man, like getting those cards again, like it's just RNG, man. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and hopefully Terry needs to go top deck a Zhongli talent or Storm Tears. That would work too. Although, unfortunately, you already paid the full cost for that Chiori talent, but hey, at least they'll discount your Zhongli in the future.
Yeah, hopefully Teriri here will get probably seeing your heart out, right? More cards to draw, and then Storm Terror as well. I think Storm Terror will save the day here for Teriri. If he will get it though for this next round.
Curious, Ollie using Navia to tank the damage. Usually Navia is like your late game insurance option, so you want to have Lainey tank most of the early damage. This is a change from the usual line. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah, I think Ollie Crane decides to go for Kachina hyper carry instead of the late game hyper carry with Navia. So I think that is the reason why. I mean, Navia is still kind of healthy, right, with 6 HP, and yeah, I think in this early game you want to preserve Kachina's health. So right now Kachina's health is at max HP, right, 10 HP, so that is really good. Which means Ollie Crane here, starting this round, I think Ollie Crane will just go crazy here with Kachina, for sure. With 8
that dice, though, is not great, but that's fine. This is one of the great things with Kachina as well. Kachina is extremely dice efficient, because, like, you know, it's only 2 to get her technique up, and then once you have it up, it's 1 unaligned dice to go twirling, which is great.
Yeah. Which is very great. Yeah, and that is what makes her broken, right? The fact that you only need few Geo dice, like she could deal a lot of this damage without the Geo dice. It's just something else. But yeah, now we'll get to see Ollie Crane here go crazy with Kachina. Start the twirling and everything. Yeah. But unfortunately, though, for Ollie Crane, no board princess or even abundant phlogiston. That would help Kachina here by a lot. But
one overflowing Phlogiston was used last turn, so that's -1 in the deck already. But yeah, you're right. No Saurus Crackers either. That card is so incredibly fake. I've never seen it come up a single time.
yeah. All right, now we see Mystic Soup. It should be like some defensive options. Okay, probably not. Okay, she get the Providence effect, which is the -2 dice from any skills for your active character. And there's the Elemental skill from La Senora, followed by the Chiori doll. Really good. That's a lot of damage, sure, but Kachina here is still looking healthy with that 6 HP, just like with Navia.
I'm gonna swap off here as well.
Oh.
Dropping a Turbo Twirly on the floor. Going for a Venti skill. Probably tune the talent, right? I'd tune the talent.
Yeah. Yeah, tune the extra talent for Kachina, and then you go for the prop arrow so that you get guaranteed crystallize as well.
Oh,
Again, crystallize
really?
here is very good.
We tune the Sing Your Heart Out. Interesting.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, you do have Dawn Winery on already, so playing that card doesn't make sense anymore. So, I mean, you don't have Chef Mount thing. So, yeah. I mean, you already have Dawn tuning that card. I mean, you could also tune the extra Kachina talent, right? But yeah.
I'd personally go tune for the extra Kachina talent because our Kachina already has talent. We're not going to play the second one like 90% of the time, but there are some situations where we need to dig through our deck to try to find our outs with the Sing Your Heart Out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like most of the time, Kachina talent is just like the better play to discard it. But yeah, well, it is what it is. All right, let's now dive into round number 3. It is round 3, right? Yeah.
Yeah, round 3.
So, oh, the dice though, very lovely.
That's some nice dice. I think Teriri though, ooh, that's a bit of a brick.
Oh yeah, that's a big brick. Oh boy. Wait, okay. Luckily though, there is Opera Epicles, and you do get to play Sing Your Heart Out. I mean, you have Chef Mao, so I mean, you get to draw more, you get to discard more, and stuff like that. I mean, potentially. Chiori Burst. Yeah. But do you want to go for that though? I mean, technically, if you go for Chiori Burst, you get Ollie Crane will just free swap to Kachina
you go to
here.
Navia. No, you go Navia and skill.
Yeah, you go to you're right. You go to Navia here. You do have one bullet.
You have Gamblers as well.
Yeah, I mean, Terry could play Geo Resonance or even Hot Spring. That's like +3 HP for Chiori here.
Hot Spring would save Chiori from Navia. Navia right now will do, it'll do 6. So you need to heal to 7, which you do
it's
have
actually
enough.
5. Because 3 base +1 with Crystallize +1 from the bullet. So yeah.
Yeah, it should be 6.
What's the Zhongli?
Funk.
Wait a minute, wait. Oh yeah, no Zhongli talent, so it's fine. But interesting. Not getting rid of Linny. I don't know if that is the right play or not.
Yeah, because, I mean, Zhongli already had Aura, so it's not +1 Aura for Crystallize, which is something, certainly. But on the other hand, like, we're just letting Linny free hit here. Go Navia. Fast swap Gambler skill.
Yeah, it has to be fast swap, right? The fact that they're swap stalling just for... Oh, no fast swap. Interesting. Are they baiting the Chiori Burst?
Burst doesn't...
Interesting.
Burst doesn't lethal here, though. It's just a waste of dice.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Unless you play the Ultimate Surfing proc 1 summons. No, wait. If that happens, it's still not enough. If you play Ultimate Surfing Body, your Geo summons will only do 1 damage because again, there is no Zhongli talent.
Unless there is the Cherry Doll that's +1 for Geo damage or +1 summon damage.
Could be the +1. Yeah, probably not. I don't think so. Yeah, goes for the summon again. Yeah. Okay, now what do you get? Okay, now that's the doll that increases the damage of other dolls and herself as well. So now potentially with 3 cryo dice for Terry here, I think it's obvious that Terry will go to swap to Signora here, and then Signora's skill, get the follow-up, crystallize, and yeah, good stuff overall.
I'm still very confused as to why Ollie didn't just go for the fast swap there onto Navia.
Yeah, like, yeah, that is very questionable play, because here's the thing, Zhongli, there is no Zhongli tap, and getting rid of Chiori here is really good, and because of that, like, you didn't get rid of Chiori, now Chiori gets to spawn more Geo summons, more dolls, and...
My thinking was, right, that Chiori only had 2 dolls up, each with 1 turn remaining, which wouldn't have done significant damage, so we need to deny the reset.
Yeah.
We also need to deny the Chiori burst. We had the option to do it, and our gamblers would have refunded our dice, so our dice disadvantage wouldn't have even been that bad.
Yeah, exactly. So, oh yeah, now because of that, we might be able to see Zhongli Chiori win now because of that. I don't know, probably not. And I really hope Kachinavia will win this one for sure. Because again, for those who don't know, I really love Kachinavia. I've been spamming a lot of Kachinavia recently, especially with Fischl and Kachinavia. But yeah, enough about that. But yeah, I really hate that the fact that Ollie Crane did not take the opportunity to get rid of Chiori, because now, like, because of these Geo summons, like, Teriri has this big advantage right now.
Yeah, the question here, though, can we get rid of this Signora?
Probably not. I mean, you get to flip Signora, sure.
Ooh,
like,
wait.
she will transform into Pyro.
I was gonna try like a cool play where we swap to Navia and then we can use Covenant, Woven, Tune into skill, which would pop the revive, and then Kachina, Turbo Twirly, End Phase would have like lethal Signori. But we can't because our opponent got the summon reset, so we can't do that. Or we just lose Navia, and with 2 characters on 2 HP, it's just not enough to win, so we just have to tank it here.
Yeah.
Do it the old-fashioned way.
And now, what is Terry gonna do? Okay, there is still Covenant of Rock, right? So I think Ollie Crane will use the Woven to play Elemental Skill with Kachina for 2 Geo dice. Yep. I think that's what's gonna happen. And then you play the Covenant of Rock. And then... Actually, you can do crazy here. I mean, you do have Abundant Phlogiston. So technically, you have 3 Knights of Point with that.
But you don't have enough dice to utilize it. It'll take 2 to pop Sig, but we don't have an extra dice to do another skill after that.
Yeah.
I think that's fine though, right? Because... Swap Lenny. Wait,
Board Princess though. Wait a minute.
No.
You could play the Bullet. Like you play... Okay, yeah. Board Princess, you swap to Lenny.
Investing Bullet here is worth. Investing Bullet here is worth.
Yeah. So that you get to play the Bullet. Signora will proc the revive, and then Signora will die from the end phase summon from Kachina's Turbo Twirly.
What?
Right now. Wait, isn't the other way around? Or do they... Does Ollie Crane still have the fast swap? Wait, what?
What? What are we doing? Huh?
I mean, okay. Yeah, right. I forgot.
This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. I forgot about that. Wait,
play
this is cooking.
Side.
Wait, this is actually cooking.
We cooked.
Wow, actually well played from Ollie Crane. Wow.
I was having my doubts, but we cooked here.
Wait, it's GG. Ollie Crane can close out this game, actually. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
because
you're right.
You have the Abundant Phlogiston, you can technique 2 times.
Yeah, we got the Gamblers as well. Hold up.
Yeah, it's exactly enough to close out the game. Wow. Actually, GG well played for Ollie Crane. Sheesh.
Very well played from Ollie here. I think it probably would have been fine either way if we went for the original play and just got rid of Sig. Because, like, Navia would have had all the bullets in the world because there was triple Pyro Aura. All the characters were one-shot as well.
Yeah.
I think it probably still would have been fine, but, like, Ollie Crane finding an angle that I didn't even think was possible. Just ending the game here on the spot in round 3 of Game 2. Congratulations to Ollie Crane for evening up the score.
Yep, man, I actually didn't see the play as well. I mean, to be fair, both of us are caught up with the commentary and stuff, right? I mean, I didn't see it, but the fact that you have the Boy Princess, right, and the artifacts as well, Like Teriri was able to find that lethal option and takes the game, right? Wow, very well played for Ollie Crane.
You know, the both of us were so tunnel focused on using the Boar Apprentice to like get the extra dice because Uchina technique has only one usage left that we didn't even see that there was a 0-cost golden troop right then and there.
I mean, Ollie Crane is a pro player, that's why they're able to, you know, get these cards going, right? And able to close out the game right there. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much a well expected, right? Because again, the fact that Ollie Crane is now in the top 3 of this tournament, right? And able to perform so far in this upper bracket, pretty much, you know, it pretty much sends out the message that, hey, Ollie Crane is not to be messed with.
Absolutely. Winning in a pretty favorable matchup for the opponent as well, although to be fair, the opponent kind of bricked turn 1.
Yeah, no,
but still, being able to capitalize off of that as well, great play.
Yeah, very great play overall. Now, game 3. Now, let's focus up on the prediction and stuff. So, I think game 3, for sure, Teriri will still play Chiori Zhongli for sure. And then Ollie Crane, I feel like Ollie Crane is gonna play the Crab next. I think that's my next prediction. It's going to be for game number 3.
I agree as well that Crab is the play here, because I don't think Crab ever beats Churi Zhongli normally. So you need to try to get the matchup in against the Emerite deck whenever possible, and this is your best opportunity. And then I think Bennett has a fairly good chance against both, so as long as you can guarantee a win on Crab somehow, which, you know, you really have one option, then you have a win con. Otherwise,
yeah.
a big cut.
I mean, we're gonna see the deck list here for quite a bit, right? I really want to see the deck list. So we're gonna wait for a while, right? I think the players are taking their time to choose their decks. But let's see the deck list for the Crab for a moment if we can. Like, I want to see if this Crab has, like, extreme, or not extreme. I mean, for sure they will have extreme, but probably directional or control directional blast as well. Right, all right, we get to see it in advance, right? So, okay, there is 2 extreme, very nice, and there is blast as well. So this could counter, like, Zhongli, right? But unless, of course, if you draw them properly, right? Yeah, so there is 1 Sino talent, and yeah, most of the stuff here very classic. Very standard, if I do say so myself. There's 1 egg, right, for Sino. And Mystic Soup, Sing Your Heart Out as well. And they have resistance, right? Very good for Crab. And what else is there? Yeah, 1 copy of Opera Epic Class and 1 copy of the Woven, the Pyro Woven. Very interesting deck build here for Ollie Crane with this Crab.
You know, like, usually when you see some wacky stuff like this, it means that the deck list has been min-maxed to the extreme.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's the funny thing about this? Because of the new stuff, right, that we've been getting every patch, like the Woven, right, the elemental resonance with the stuff, it's just I feel like these Wovens are getting, like, not that big of a value anymore, because there are better cards out there that gives you, like, +2 dice, right? Like with Board Princess, for example, it's 0 cost, and potentially if you get the max value out of it, you get 2 die. But with Geo, like with Wovens, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, still good, right? But fun fact, actually, if you play, or rather if you see a lot of the double Hydro stall recently, most of the time you only see Hydro Resonance and Hydro Woven. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just like 1 free dice just isn't worth it anymore. That you can get so much value elsewhere. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So now we're gonna see the deck picks here very soon now. So let's see, right? So yeah, as I said, right, Terry will play the same deck again with Chiori Zhongli, because again, Chiori Zhongli is just that good. And yeah, it is going to be Crabs. So you already see the deck list for the Crab, right? So, and as well with the Chiori Zhongli from Terry. So we could probably just scan through these deck lists, right? Because again, right? So hopefully this time Terry will get the Zhongli talent, because again, last game, right? Terry kind of bricked that game and did not get Zhongli talent. So hopefully this time he'll get and able to high roll this time around.
Hopefully he gets like a Storm Terrors there as well, as he can immediately go into the Chiori talent. I think one of the main strengths of this Chiori Zhongli deck is the turn 1, where you go Zhongli talent into Chiori damage turn 1. I feel like the deck isn't nearly as powerful if you aren't able to get that perfect opening.
Exactly. And oh boy, their X Extreme hits the Extreme round 1. Who goes first actually? Oh boy. Wait, this could be really bad for Terry here if Ollie Crane goes first.
I was gonna speak about this, right? But like, oh god, that's the problem.
Okay.
I was gonna speak about this. Like, there's the mind games, because if your opponent has Extreme, do you mull away your Storm Terrors and your talents?
Oh my god.
Because it's like, if you have Extreme, just yoink it. It's GG's, right? Do it. Do it. All we have the dice for it. Go on.
It has to be Extreme, right?
It
okay,
has to be
strategize.
Extreme,
Interesting.
It'd be so good. Oh, actually, we might want to. Oh, we have Sino talent.
You have to play a lot of stuff here.
That's our one of Sino talent. I don't think we want Extreme anymore.
Now, I think you play the Golden Troop onto Sino. I think the discarding or not playing the General Engine Help is fine because you have the tenacity anyway. So I think
we play it. I think we play it. We can't do anything with two. Oh wait, we have Fauna. Never mind. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. Yeah,
I feel like you don't tune Sino talent. I think you send the trash, you send the trash cards pretty much to the Chiori Zhongli. So I think you play the Yumkasaurus here. Yep, onto Crab. Okay, and then you switch. Yep, exactly. There you go. Oh man.
What do we do? Oh, it's another brick.
Another game where Terry doesn't open with Zhongli talent. Oh man. But it's still the deck though.
To make it more tragic, there's Storm Terror Stove God right there, and now it's taken away.
Man.
What? I feel like after this game, Terry's going on their villain arc.
What an insane
I would too, honestly.
Twist. Oh man. Yeah, this is sad.
This is tragic.
That round 1 Extreme, man.
I mean, to be fair though, it's not all fun and games for Ollie. Because they played the Strategize before the Extreme. There was Ollie drew into the Sino talent thanks to that Strategize. I think it would have been better to tune it.
True, yeah.
That way we don't have to part with our one of Sino talent, but that might have helped us nuke away at some shields later on.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the fact that when Ollie Crane played Strategize, he did get the Golden Troop. And that is exactly, like, it was really good, right? Because again, you really want the Golden Troop early. And the fact that you get to play that onto Sino round 1 is going to be very nice. And yeah, it pays off, I guess. But like, then again, if you strategize and you didn't get the cards that you want, then it can be very bad.
Oh my, what are these dice? Holy moly.
Probably Countdown to fix some of the dice here. Or
look at Liban though. I'm thinking a tune 2 skill into you tuned wrong.
What if you float 8 here? With Countdown? Nah. And then you just pass 5 guys with Vanarana and Liban. Oh, so, goes for more!
Another yoink?
Wait!
Oh, huge!
Whoa!
Hold up.
Wait, that is crazy actually. The fact that you get to pass the Sino talent onto your opponent and then you get it back? That is insane.
No. This is actually really big brain though, because we know the opponent has Sino talent because they didn't tune and we just swapped hands. If we yoinked something other than Sino talent, it would have either been Zhongli talent or Chiori talent. Or Countdown,
True.
I guess, but we also give him Countdown.
I mean, it's 50-50, yeah.
50-50, yeah. But if it wasn't for like the 50-50 between Sino or Countdown, it would have been Zhongli talent or Chiori talent, because they 4 and 5. And yoink always takes the highest cost card, prioritizing on the opponent's hand.
Yeah, exactly. And now that because of that, Terry gets the +1 card draw from the deck thanks to that Yumkasaurus and gets the Zhongli talent. So now you're stuck with Senora. You don't have fast swap, and you really, really want to play this talent.
The thing is, though, the good news is that Ollie doesn't know Terry has this Zhongli talent because we just yoinked, right?
True.
We got our Sino talent back. There's no way we suspect our opponent just had the Zhongli talent.
goes to Zhongli. Oh, okay, now this should give a clear signal to Ollie Crane that Terry
Yoink
has
again.
Zhongli talent.
Yoink again.
Yeah,
Yoink
yoink
again.
it. You have to.
You're never getting the alignment proc this game. Just yoink again. It's fine if you only pass one dice.
Oh, doesn't go for it. Interesting.
Tragic.
That could be a blunder. Who knows?
If we yoink again, I think Teriri might have just top righted on the spot.
Man, imagine that. Oh my goodness. Okay, Crab doesn't have shields. No tenacity, no General Ancient Helm, no Crab talent. Well, wait a minute. This could be a bad game for Crab. Now that, I mean, you don't have the cards to keep the shields going for the Crab here. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Toma is getting chunked down as well. No talent on Crab either. It's not looking the best, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, wait a minute.
I think we should have yoinked again and just passed one onto Vanarana. I think it was better than swapping Crab there. I'm not sure what we're angling for.
It's probably like, okay, so now Sino has max stacks of Golden Troop. So I think most likely what Ollie Crane's gonna do here is just keep spamming attacks with Sino here. And then probably just gonna end on Sino because again, Sino has 10 HP. And like Toma and Crab, they're both low. And Ollie Crane really needs artifacts here, right? Tenacity, General Ancient Helm, and all that good stuff to get the shields going for the Crab. But oh man, the fact that Teriri gets both talents now for Zhongli and Chiori, this could be the turn of for Ollie Crane. And oh my god, this, you know what's the funny thing? Chat, if you're here yesterday and you hear what I say, when you play extreme, you just lose. Hey, here we go again.
It's a huge man. 4 dice, because like that 4 dice, you're not healing yourself, you're not bumping out damage. It's basically just pure disruption. To be fair, Ollie Crane got like a close to max value extreme. The only way it could have been better is if he just took the 2 towns directly.
Yeah, I mean, even if you extreme, right? I mean, you only extreme some of the, like, sure, like the Soul God Arcane card, right? But you didn't even get to extreme the double talent from Chiori and Zhongli. And now, the fact that the Terry is able to find those both talents, both Zhongli and Chiori, oh man. Oh man, I don't know, man. This could be a winning angle for Terry here. And once again, I prove my point. Once again, that Extreme is just a bad card. Like, oh man, I get to farm another clip from this match. Here we go again. Classic.
The play here probably is Mystique Soup, search for damage reduction, and then just pass your turn on Toma. You get full Vana and you get full alignment value. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Crab is a brick now, just sack him for HP, and then we carry on Sino.
Yeah.
Or not. Okay.
Okay, so Toma, so there is Mystic Soup, right? So I think Toma here, I think that's gonna be -2 dice. Yeah, it is the -2 dice. I think that's really good because again, if you don't get the -2 dice, you only have 2 dice left. Then what are you gonna do? Sit on Toma? So yeah,
there's no reason to skill. Crab is dead. I
you have to. You already committed to Mystic Soup, and you get the -2 dice. You have to go for the skill here. You're already committed to it, so you have to go for it. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to go for it because Toma will die anyway from the summon, sure.
Yeah,
but before Toma dies, you might as well go for the skill.
I think I'd rather take the extra 2 dice than get 2 shield on Crab at this point.
And there's the blast as well, not to mention. Wait a minute.
I think it's pass.
I think Tomo still lived. Yeah, I knew it. It's scared. Because again, you already committed the Mystic Soup play, and the fact that you get the -2 dice, you have to go for it. Or else you wasted it, which doesn't make sense. So yeah, there you go.
That's sunk cost fallacy though. I value the 2 dice there more than I value the life of Toma. Or I guess the life of Crab in this situation. Because look here, right? Sig Burst always kills, Chiori Burst always kills. Zhongli or Chiori will always finish him off with summons. Like, the shield here doesn't do anything. 2 dice would have done it so much better.
But then again, you get to deal the damage as well. Like, I feel like the value from the Thomas skill is just like there's a lot, right? But anyway,
damage? He was on 1 HP, was gonna flip end phase anyways. This Pyro Ore
Yeah,
does this
fair
nothing,
enough.
right? Like, just get the 2 dice.
I guess
We got baited. Now you have
And
to swap
now, yeah, I go to Crab.
I don't know why we ended on Sino like that. That was really troll. Because we were always going to get Signora bursted, right? Like, who cares if Crab goes down there? We have Sino no aura full HP. Yeah, sure, Chiori can chunk us for 5 damage burst, but, like, at least on 1 shot.
I mean, right, you do have the egg as well. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just Crab will just lose here because, again, there's not much of a setup to begin with. And the fact that Ollie Crane invested that extreme, right? Spent 4 dice just for that bad extreme play. Didn't even steal the double talent from Chiori and Zhongli. And yeah.
I think that
Funny
Ollie Crane
thing
made
is-
a couple mistakes at the end there. Like, imagine we had 2 dice here. Imagine we had 6 dice. And imagine we also went to Crab after Toma went down, right? Our Sino wouldn't have eaten that Sig skill. If our opponent swapped to Sig, we can snipe her before she gets the burst down, so our Sino is full HP. And, like, we have enough dice to skill 3 times on Sino, and then we just win. Like, come on. Is that not good?
They probably did not see the line, or they probably want to go for the other lines, right? I mean, to be fair, right? Like, there are so many options for here, like, for sure, but unfortunately...
I think in this position, it was
is.
always losing. I think as soon as our Sino got
Yeah,
chunked
it's always
before, it was
losing,
always
yeah.
losing. So we needed to go to Crab.
So now, I think now's the perfect time you play Tenacity onto Crab. You have 3 Geo, you have the means to play it, but do you go for it though? Like,
I also don't think it matters. It's... we can't even get Live Valley. We're 1 dice short. I think the play here is... No, because we don't have enough dice to swap off. Unironically, pass on 4.
yeah, that could be the play, or... I don't know, this feels scuff overall, like...
In my mind, Tenacity doesn't change breakpoints.
True. Like, everything here is losing. Like, there's no
We
coming
had
back
a
with
winning
the
line
Crab
this
here.
turn, but I think we misplayed. We let Sino take too much damage. We need to preserve Sino HP. I'm pretty sure what happened is that Ollie got baited by Crab. Because, like, oh, I'm a Crab deck, I'm gonna go play for Crab. And I don't think Ollie quite realized that their win game was...
Just with Sino, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the fact that you play a lot of Crab games, like your mind is just stuck with Crab. Like, you really want to keep this Crab alive. I mean, it's just that, you know, old habits die hard, right? Because again, there are times where most of the time you want to keep the Crab alive, and yeah, I don't know.
And in this situation, though, it is always losing. There's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, Hot Spring plus 3 HP, very nice. And now Chiori Burst is imminent. I mean, wait, who gets to go first anyway? The Crab, right? It's the Crab, yeah.
Yeah,
the
Ollie
Crab
did
ended
end
first. So we might see here a normal attack from Crab, so that you get rid of Chiori. Because if you only skill here, skill from Crab only does 1 damage.
Yeah. Normal here.
that-
The extra shield from Crab doesn't change. Well, it would change breakpoints, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
Just skill here. Or, sorry, normal here. Get rid of the Cherry Burst, play for our Sino, and pray.
And then, yeah, you normal attack here with Crab. Right. Then you go to Zhongli for Teriri, and then you 5 cost, and then GG, I guess. Or, no, wait a minute. I think he could have played the, what do you call this? The Ultimate Surfing Buddy. And then you go for the 5 cost, and that's exactly enough. But it doesn't matter anyway, because you win here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Because now, he could have played this first, actually, and then go for 5 cost, but it doesn't matter, because you win here. Right? Alright, congratulations to Terry for taking that game number 3.
Ollie Crane had a really nice start, doing a really nicely timed play with Extreme, and then even getting their Sino talent back, but unfortunately Teriri was able to draw into the Zhongli talent, and from there it was kind of over. Ollie did still have outs with Sino, but I think they played the endgame pretty poorly, not realizing their win con Sino, and played too much for Crab, and eventually just slowly bled out from there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say this once again. You play Extreme, you just lose. There you go. I think I'm just gonna keep saying this every time I see Extreme play, and then the player just lose. Oh man. But right, there it is, game number 3. We're gonna dive into game 4 pretty soon. And now, because Terry has 2 wins now, Terry will have to play the only deck, which is the Clarand OTK.
I've never actually seen this deck on stream yet, when I'm casting at least, so I'm excited to see how this one plays out.
Alright, so with that, I think Ollie Crane's best shot is gonna be the Bennett combo for sure. Because again, the way how Clarand deck works is it's very slow, right? And if Ollie Crane is able to get the Bennett burst, right? I mean, potentially Ollie Crane will deal a lot of damage, and there's nothing like Clarand can do against that. Actually, no, wait a minute. I mean, it's honestly 50-50. Honestly, I don't know, but anything can happen at this point.
I think Crab, I think Bennett here will have a pretty good chance, because Teriri's deck looks like to be the slower kind, where you like set up with Sejuin and do something on Aramite, not sure what exactly. And then that like buys time for Bennett to get his burst, and when Bennett bursts up, Herald will start smacking.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, we shall wait and see, right? Okay, so what's your prediction for Ollie Crane here? Do you think Ollie Crane will play the Crab deck again?
I think it's Bennett. Like, we need to extend our tournament life no matter what, so we try to get what we think is their best chance here, which I think in this case is Bennett. And then we can try to rethink our strategy with Crab while we're at it.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think I'll go with the same thing, right? It's definitely going to be Bennett combo against Clarand OTK. Then, yeah. Oh man, are we going to get a 5-game series if that's the case? Because again, the matchup between Bennett combo and Clarand OTK, most of the time, it's just Bennett will just win. But again, anything can happen, so who knows? Like the the dice rolls and the card draws, right? Like imagine you go for Bennett burst. Like imagine you Bennett burst without the talent, and then you go to Herald, whose max HP is only 6. Then yeah, how are you gonna cope with that?
It would be extremely tragic if that was the case, but I mean, last time Ollie was able to just top deck the Bennett talent turn 2 anyways, it didn't matter. Going for the Crab deck once again, I can kind of understand this thought process. Like, okay, Bennett is the free matchup like 90% of the time. Crab, not so much. I have to win with this deck anyway, so I might as well just go for it now, and if I don't win, that's fine. I'm not wasting my time.
True. Yeah, so that's why we're gonna see once again, right, playing the Crab for Ollie Crane here, decides to see if Ollie Crane can win, but if not, then yeah, Terry will just win.
This list is wild. What am I looking at? Light of Foliar Incision, like Golden House, I can understand that one. Fortrait de Meropide, you have like what is that card to the left of Extreme? I forgot its name. Bringing Lotus and Northern Smoke Chicken.
Okay,
that is wild.
Yeah, so the name of that card, the left side of the Extreme, is the Dining Buddy. We call it the Dining Buddies. And what it does is that it extends the usage, right? It's a 0-cost card, and when you get to play it, it extends the usage for your technique. +1 usage, pretty much, for the technique card. So which means, if you have Lore Master's technique, and you get to play this, the Dining Buddies, you get to play the technique from Lore Master one more time. But the stack will reset though, but you get to play it one more time, so yeah. Which is pretty nice.
Lore Master's technique is a great power app. I'm down for that. Here's
the crab list. We already see it a lot of times, right? Double Extreme, and yeah, the blast and all that good stuff. Oh man.
in this matchup, what I'm looking for Ollie with this deck is just like decisiveness. Decide if we're playing for Tome, or if we're playing for Crab, or if we're playing with Sino early. Last time we were kind of flip-flopping. I think Sino was the correct win con there, but we tried to like pedal back, go for Crab, and we lost a lot of momentum with that. So choose which win con you're playing for, and then just commit to that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, so all right, here we go. Game number 4. Let's see who's gonna come out on top. Because again, right, anything can happen at this point. But yeah, Claran versus Crab, this feels like a tank versus tank kind of battle because both of these characters can be very tanky, right? Especially if both of these character cards, if both of them, right, get the equipments going, right, the talent and all that stuff. So yeah, let's see it.
I think in the tank versus tank battle, I kind of want to say that Clorand is slightly favored because
Yeah.
you are slightly more dice efficient with the way you tank things, and also you have more immediate pressure with your damage, and your damage also makes the opposing tank do less damage.
Exactly, right. So I feel like the only way out for Ollie Crane here is that steal as many cards as possible with the extreme so that once Terry decks out, and then Terry will just solo with Cloran. Because here's the thing. The way you play Cloran is that you need a lot of show. And the way you end this in late game is that you steal actually a lot of cards from Terry so that during late game, Terry decked out, no more cards in hand. Like Terry has to pray for these dice rolls, getting electro dice. Like, yeah.
I mean, the good
But
news
that's
for
all about the
Terry,
late
though,
game.
the good news for Terry, though, is that, like, Clorand doesn't need that much electro. You want to weave in, like, quite a few normal attacks before you go for the skill again, so it does
Yeah.
get you a little bit of leeway, and the skill itself isn't that expensive. It's when you want to burst that it might become a bit of an issue.
For sure, right. But when it comes to late game though, like if all the characters died, like let's say Sidrin died or Lore Master died, and you have only Cloran left, then obviously you're gonna need like a lot of Electro, right? And again, they're gonna spam a lot of normal attacks with Cloran because again with Lo-Fi and the NSC as well and all that good stuff, then oh man. But yeah. Alright, so we see Crab here with the tenacity finally and Crab talent as well. Crab talent being played here because or not. Okay, I was thinking, wait a minute, isn't Crab talent like the better play there because you get to swap for free and overload yourself? Like it's basically a cleanse.
Yeah, well, we can still Crab talent, but I think this is fine as well because we needed to tune one either way, and then we can just always play the Crab talent next turn as well. There's no rush.
Yeah, fair enough.
3 dice remaining. I probably tune a fast up and just skill on Toma. They're gonna get their alignment regardless of what we do, so we might as well just get more shield stacking for Crab, and then maybe some overlap action going on for Sino. Who knows?
Yep, exactly. I think Terry has to get these Bond of Life going with Sidrin's passive skill, so that by the time Cloran has like more than like 10 HP, like 11 or 12 HP would be great, so that you're not gonna be fast swap into Sino and then Pyro Resonance, right? Something like that. So yeah, I think that would be the perfect time. I mean, look at Terry's Cloran right now, fully equipped with the Lo-Fi and the tenacity, right? Like at this point, Terry is now ready to damage with Cloran and get this bomb going.
Yeah, no, that is a raid blast cleaned, alright. Like, just gotta get the rest of the characters set up as well. Not quite in solo carry position, too much health on the opposing side, but is set up very nicely to win the game. Also, I did not know that Sidrin could give Bond of Life to your other characters. I thought it was just on her.
Yeah, so here's the thing. So the way how Sigewin passive skill works is that every time you clear Bond of Life, you get to have +1 max HP. And because if during Clearance elemental skill, if that is active, instead of the I mean you still get a +1 max HP, but you're not gonna get the heal, but instead you get the +1 Bond of Life. So there are times where you're gonna see like Clearance will have 1 Bond of Life, 3 Bond of Life, right? Odd numbers of Bond of Life. So yeah. And that happens is because because there is Sigewin's passive skill taking into effect.
I mean, this is pretty nice as well, because if you get the cloaking heal during the middle of your turn, like, you can just immediately do damage with your skill going on to the next turn. You don't need to waste the 2 dice to just get yourself into the enhanced state.
Yeah, exactly. And you really don't want to do that with Claran most of the time. That is why you see these players with Claran, right? By the end of this turn, they either have 2 plus Bond of Life, right? So that when you elemental skill, you deal damage instead of just just passing the turn. And yeah. And there's the 1 Bond of Life, right? So after you skill, you get to heal. But with Sigewin's passive skill, instead of +1, right? The +1 heal, you get +1 Bond of Life instead.
Here's my question, though. Do you ever cloaking burst? Because it's so much less efficient than just doing normal skill. But it does, like, give you Bond of Life and also gives you a bit of damage.
Yeah, exactly. So the only way you elemental burst with Claran is that by the end of this round, you don't have Bond. And obviously, right? You don't want to elemental skill with 0 Bond of Life, right? So the way you overcome that is you elemental burst instead, and then you follow it up by the elemental skill, because again, elemental burst gives you 4 Bond of Life already, and it's a perfect follow-up for elemental skill again. So yeah, most of the time you never burst with Claran, even though it deals damage, right? Sure, but you just generate a lot of Bond of Life. It just by just normal attacking alone, and yeah.
So, like, the burst is basically your fallback option if you start the turn with no Bond of
Yeah,
Life. It gives you a little bit of a kickstart.
Yep. Like you only elemental burst here if you just see the line, right? Like some options, I guess. Yeah.
Here, though, Ollie Crane has a pretty sizable dice advantage. I mean, thanks to mostly swap stalling for the turn. But what do we do with this advantage? Crab is getting chunked down. We are going to go for the skill, but that unfortunately refunds our opponent. A bit of an electro dice that they can use. The up at the Epi Kless right now taken up as well. The Bond of Life healing, I think, also counts towards its proc. So,
yeah,
could
so
be
there's
bad.
the skill. Yep.
We might want to use Crab Talent this turn, because next turn we might not be able to.
Right. Yeah. Like you have to play Crab Talent right now so that you get more value, right, from Crab Talent. Because if you don't play it, then I don't know, that it just feels weird, right? I mean, the fact that you have it, you might as well early right now. Because again, if you don't, then what are you doing?
I guess just like never really found an opportunity for it. Swapping over to Sino now. This has been a long time coming. Only 6 dice on Teriri's turn. Mathematically, I do not believe there's enough damage to put him below like 4 HP, I think. So it should be fine. Providence, though, might change things. Or the damage one.
Oh, no, gets the +2 HP. But instead of +2 HP, it's going to be +2 Bond of Life. And because of that, Terry's going to go for another elemental skill.
Ouch, that hurts.
Sino
probably is fine here. No Pyro Res, though. Gets the +2 match XP you were talking about from the Sigewin.
Yeah, no Golden Troop onto Sino. Like, and all the damage that you dealt here onto Claran is just pretty much nothing. Because again, Claran will just heal those damage back up very easily.
Absolutely.
And okay, you have to play Crab Talent, or else
you need to play Crab Talent.
What are you doing?
You need to play Crab Talent. Like need. Okay, bit questionable.
No Crab Talent. Yeah, that is questionable. Like, dude, you have it, then why are you not playing it? It's like 3+2 shield. Like, come on. I mean, okay, technically they can still play it, sure, but it has to be like at the start of this round.
No, because it's prohibition. You just can't.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's why you
Oh,
needed
yeah.
to play it last round.
That-
You need crab talent because there's prohibition. With the way Cloaking works, with the bond of life healing on her self-stacking, you will never get an opportunity to play the talent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, like, what are we doing here? Yeah, now that the Fortress of Merpid is here, oh boy, that's gonna be very annoying for brain. Like,
Like we
playing these cards is gonna be...
needed to play crab talent last turn.
Oh, man. Like, they have it. Like, they have this crab talent. Like, I don't know why they didn't play it. Like, come on. Like, it's free +2. Like, it potentially it could save you the game, but I... And now there's the Dave Resistance. Now it makes Clarand even more tanky. And now, like, you just go to Clarand here and you just start... Unless you extreme... Wait a minute. Nah, no shot you extreme here.
No, you don't extreme. It's just a waste of 4 dice, and
Again,
like, you don't need
you
anything.
play extreme, you just lose. I'm just gonna say it once again.
5-head play for extreme, very late game, no draw, no cards in hand, nothing in deck. You play extreme for tuning fodder. 5-head.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that can happen.
I'm actually
okay. There's the crab talent finally. Oh yeah, it's not an event card; it's an equipment card. So you get to bypass the
Oh yeah, that's true.
The Fortress of Merpid.
Sometimes
yeah,
forget
there's the
all the
burst.
card
So that's
classification.
exactly what I'm talking about, right? With the burst. So there you go.
Unfortunately, not enough stacks on the shield to go for Crab Burst here. The way Crab Burst works, it's been a while since we've seen it, is it will take half of Crab's shield amount, round it down, and then do that damage to the opponent as well as 2 bursting to the rest of the team. Unfortunately, here with only 7 shields, 3 damage isn't really anything you're bragging about.
Just heal back up to 11 HP, potentially 13 HP now, because yeah, Siege Wind's passive skill is already like you already get the max value out of it. So yeah, like you just spam NA and then you just swap off, and yeah, next turn you have 4 bar of life, and yeah, you just keep the gas rolling.
Crab is getting dismantled. What do we? Oh really?
What?
Really?
Burst? I mean, sure, you deal 2 piercing damage for the standby characters, but doesn't it? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know.
There's no way this is the play.
It feels weird. It should be skill to generate more shield, but...
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
I refuse to believe that
it's
was
weird.
the play. Unless it was like to
Very
stall the turn, so our opponent runs out of dice first, but then what do we do with their dice advantage? Why do we want to go second next turn or something? Is that why we're doing this?
That feels weird, honestly. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't see the line. I really don't.
Yeah, another NA. Yeah, sure. I mean, sure, you're overstacking Butterfly, but it doesn't matter much. But yeah, huh. Now you get to skill. Okay, nah, yeah, this is so weird. Just imagine Crab goes for the skill instead of burst. Then yeah, Crab right now has 5 shield left, and I don't know. It definitely feels weird, but sure, I guess. All right. I mean, either way, I feel like Crab's just gonna lose here overall. I mean, is there any other way out? I don't think so. But, yeah.
You know, I've heard Crab described as like a noob killer or like a unoptimized deck killer. You go into the new patch, you see Crab, you get destroyed by Crab because everyone's trying at the new cards and playing unoptimized lists. You're like, oh, Crab is good. You bring it to a tournament later in the patch, it's destroyed because people have optimized their list, and then you feel bad.
Unless you bring Setos. Aha. Unless you bring Setos, then yeah, that could change the game. But yeah,
Crab.
anyway.
Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy.
Okay, there is their resistance though. I think Ollie Crane will now play their resistance. Okay, goes for the yoink, tries to fish out something, but I don't think you can fish out anything here. But
there might be Day of Resistance. But do you know what Ollie doesn't have? Usable dice.
Oh boy. Yeah, about the dice. Oof, this is looking pretty rough.
Are you ready to see 10 dice be used for swap stalls, just like in the good old Ito days of 3.5?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, here's another thing. because Fortress of Merpid is at 3 stacks, it doesn't get to take effect for this round for Ollie Crane.
Hold up.
So that's
Sino
really
Talent,
good.
Pyro Res,
Wait.
5 stacks. We have a win con.
Is it enough? No, it's not. 13
not
HP
right now.
for Clorand.
I think it's like 9 damage.
It's 5, 7, 10, 11. Yeah, so if you do that, Clorand will live with 2 HP. But then again, sure, you get to bring down Clorand to 2 HP. But
okay,
I mean,
Genius play.
Okay,
NA on
go
Crab.
ahead.
If they heal, you NA again. That should bring Cloaking for under 11, and then you go swap Talent, Pyro Res. And then we have no dice to swap off and we lose anyways.
yeah, that is the option. Like, if they fall for it, then that could be really bad for Terry here. But is Terry gonna play safely here now that, Ollie Crane is able to draw a lot, right? With Strategize and potentially as well.
The thing
But yeah,
is,
no, I feel like with Double John Winery, I think Ollie Crane could just chill by just swap stalling.
we could go for the NA Sino play. I mean, we'd also have Double Dawn Winery swap off. I'm not saying it's a good win con, but it is a win con, which is something we didn't have before.
Yep. Oh, now I wonder what these both players are gonna do. Yeah, the stream is a little bit lagging, so I mean, we're gonna wait here for a little bit, but yeah, dude, Subi, it's been a while since we cast together, huh?
I can't even remember the last time we did this.
Actually, we did cast in 3.8 during the EU Weekly. I don't know how I still remember this. Like, I guess my brain is just built different with these memories. But yeah, it's crazy, you know? But yeah, man. The fact that we get to finally, cast together for more than 2 years and in this formal setting now is just something else. But yeah, technical difficulties where the stream is kind of lagging a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So it is lagging a little bit. Based
Hmm.
off the current results, though, Ollie Crane is going to Crab double NA into swap Sino win con.
Yep.
Which, once again, I'm not saying it's a good win con. I'm just saying it is a win con.
Yeah. So let's see if Teriri will fall for that. Because again, Terry can play like, okay, so right now Terry has Lotus Chris and Mystic Soup as well. So yeah, it might. There's also Dave Resistance as well. I think. Oh no, wait. Oh, the Extreme. I just realized something. Like Terry played Extreme. That's why Terry has the Dave Resistance. Even though he already played the arcade, right? So yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Wait, are we back
oh
now?
no,
Okay.
our win con is gone. Oh, that's tragic.
Yeah.
No, our win con.
Yeah, no more Dino Talent, no more Pyro Resonance, no more Dave Resistance as well. Like, this is a good extreme overall for Terry.
No, it's a great extreme. That was literally the only way Ollie win. Or see Ollie winning is to just snipe away the clocking with the bait and switch play. Honestly, unironically, go next.
Yeah, just go next, I guess. Wait a minute. What do you mean go next? Clorand just wins here and Terry will close out the series and there you go. Oh my goodness. But wait.
Go next.
Remember?
Yeah, you don't win these. Just go next.
Oh man. Yeah, Clorand just wins this because of that extreme play. But it would be funny once again. Because again, I did say this, right? You play extreme, you just lose.
I think in this situation, though, it's literally unlosable. Like, unless Terry just has a power outage, their PC blows up, they need to go save their mom from a tree, their dog gets cancer. You don't lose these.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Okay, sure. That was a good extreme, but imagine the curse starts getting bad dice every now and then, and boy, but. Yeah, no, you're right. It is a very good extreme, right? But yeah, okay. The stream is still lagging, right? Kojo, who is on the production side, right, is fixing the issue as we speak. So be patient with us, and yeah. But yeah, that's what happened, right? So Terry played extreme, yoinks a lot of good cards from Crab, and I think we can pretty much just conclude right here, right now, that yeah, Crab just wins. Go next. Just go tomorrow, right? It's gonna be the grand finals tomorrow. So yeah. But hey, chat, how are you doing? Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are having a good day. And yeah, okay, hold up.
Oh, we're
Are we
back.
back? We're back.
I see a little bit of the Discord poking through.
Dropping in is a little scuff.
I no
What is
longer
it?
see the
Trying to
Discord
fix it.
poking through.
All right, we're good. We're good. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, everything's good now. So wait a minute, there is extreme though. For Ollie
Why do
Crane
we-
here.
Wait, I thought we got
Wait
a
a minute.
What is it back? Huh?
Wait a minute. What if you bypass the Fortress of Merpede, play Pyrescence, and then you extreme, and then you get 10 cards actually? Wait a minute. Hold up.
The thing is, we don't care about any of those 10 cards. I mean, we don't know. Like, Ollie Crane doesn't know that, but.
Oh boy.
Oh, we also have Sino Talent. Hold up. Okay. No, because there's this. Oh, we don't have Fast Swap. No, it's Jover.
Yeah.
Oh, man, if only Teriri didn't extreme there. I wanted to see my win con go for it.
It's still open. You can still go for you play Pyrescence to bypass the.
That doesn't look good.
There's an okay. Okay. Scuff stream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, but we're good. We're chilling. Okay. The live feed is rolling, and yeah, it is lagging. It is what it is. Okay, Toma's dead. Probably from elemental skill from Kuran. Yeah, I mean, look at Kuran now. 13 max HP. Yeah, I think you go to Sino here. I mean, he cannot even play Pyrescence because of the Fortress of Merpede. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my win con is no longer a win con. With how healthy this clothing is with the shield,
it's too late. Like, no more win con. It's just everything here is losing.
I think it was a good win con, but our opponent saw through it.
Yeah. But unfortunately, that win con is gone forever.
It's gone.
If only you can extreme it back. Imagine your opponent stole your win con and then you reverse extreme and then you get the win con back. That would be the most
to go back to last round so I can use my win con. Let's go.
What if you play Pyresonance and then you extreme?
And then you extreme?
Yes.
Wait, the deck out win con make our opponent deck out?
Yeah, no, that is actually one of the win cons, right? Because again, if Claran is decked out, doesn't have any cards to tune for normal attacking for Claran, then
let's go.
Okay, yeah, there it is actually. Decked out, 2 cards left. What are you gonna do? Hope and pray that you get a lot of usable for Claran for normal attacks and skill. Oh boy.
We have a win con. Our opponent just needs a Dice of Cringe for like 5 rounds straight, and then we got this. New win con acquired.
Yeah, that was the other win con, right? Because I did mention this as well in the beginning or earlier, is that if Ollie Crane is able to extreme or steal a lot of cards from Terry here, then yeah, most likely Terry will just like lose because of the potentially Dice of Cringe and all that stuff. So yeah, and because of that, yeah, 10 cards in hand. I mean, who doesn't want to go for extreme, right? Like the urge of playing extreme while your opponent has 10 cards in hand, then oh man. But here's the thing though, Sino has 8 stacks. Sino will just go back having 2 stacks once again, but I mean, it doesn't really matter because you can just stall out.
We have infinite HP. We just need to wait until our opponent Dice of Cringes for 1 round. And then 2 rounds. And then 3 rounds. And then we probably win on the 4th.
Oh man.
All we need are 4 rounds of straight Dice of Cringe.
Yep. And we might be able to see a reverse sweep here. Oh boy.
It might not have been the win con, but it is a win con. And that's
Ooh,
all that. Wait, going for burst here. Okay.
that's really
Spicy.
good actually. Good burst.
Yeah, pretty
Deals
good
2
burst angle.
piercing damage onto Clarand as well.
Curious how we sacrifice our Siege Wii instead of tank it on Aramite, because Aramite would have lived.
Hmm. Yeah, that is true actually. Probably wants to get the fast swap right from the overload and stuff.
Yeah, free swap over the
Because
quick move isn't
now,
bad.
because now you can technically go for double normal attack with Quran, and then possibly right with the weapon you could go for skill, and then next round potentially you can go for elemental burst because you have 0 bond of life. Then, yeah, I
It
mean we shall
depends
wait and see.
on what dice we get. I think if we get Electro, we want to go for normal skill normal,
Hmm.
and then if we don't, probably NA swap.
Let's see.
We could also try to use our technique to overload off. Hold up. Wait, the fast swap? The skill?
Wait, is it enough?
It
Oh,
is!
it's enough. Okay, GG. Go
The
next.
win con, it pays off! I think Teriri
Wow.
completely forgot that the opponent had to leave it to me, despite just getting their hand swap this turn.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see Terry here might concede anytime soon. I feel like concede might be unironically the good play here, so that I mean, you really want to preserve right your mental energy, and you really want to go out like give your best, especially for last game because that is the last game, right? And I mean, to be fair, this is the upper bracket, right? The winners bracket. So whoever loses this one is not out of the game yet, right? Because again, whoever loses this one will get the most to the losers bracket, right? So yeah, I think the pressure is not that much, right, compared to the ones who are in the lower bracket. So yeah, now not decides not to go for burst. Very interesting. Decides to go for the BM. Huh. Are we playing some mental games here?
It looks like the prophecy came true. You play extreme, you just lose. Teruri played the extreme and lost, although Ollie also played extreme. So I guess it cancels out.
Once again, I proved my point. But yeah, I mean, luckily, Ollie Crane was able to reverse extreme, right? And because of that reverse extreme, the curse was also reversed as well. So yeah, congratulations to Ollie Crane for taking that game number. And because of that, we're gonna get game 5, and it's going to be Cloran Cherry, and it's gonna be a Bennett combo deck for Ollie Crane for our last game.
I'm honestly quite amazed that Ollie Crane was able to claw that back. It looked so Jover from like round 2 onwards, but was able to find a win con and played to it. Eventually being able to chip down all of Teruri's characters. Originally, the bait play Sino could have been a win con, got extremed away, yoink hand swap. Somehow top decked into his own extreme, stole his Sino talent back, and then utilized.
I mean, again, you extreme, you just lose. I mean, sure, you extreme his win con, right? But then again, Ollie Crane finds another win con, and there you... GG, I guess.
Exactly,
But,
he extremed his win con back.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Again, I'm just gonna say that again and again and again. You play extreme, you just lose. It is what it is. Alright. Dude, I think it already happened 4 times. And I'm not even kidding. It could be more than that. Like, oh man, it's okay. So funny.
That game, Extreme was the win con for Ollie. Extreme got back the Sino talent, which we used to win. And it also made Teruri deck out.
The reverse extreme, yeah. You reverse extreme, okay. Reverse extreme is like the opposite, right? So you play extreme first is a curse. But if you're able to reverse it, like if reverse extreme, it became a blessing, and that's what happened in that last game. Oh man, how funny.
The win con extreme.
Is it even funny anymore? The fact that it already happened 4 times in this elimination stage in AstraNox Invitational is just haha interesting. Like with my predictions so far in this elimination stage has been crazy. Like my bingo actually is like I'm about to get perfect bingo. I really hope perfect bingo, but yeah, like if it like actually I'm gonna send my bingo to you. So look at my bingo currently in the chat, right? So oh boy.
Speak to Pyro Gamble. Okay, 13 HP, Yunjin NTK, Kokomi Burst. That's okay. Count Arts. Xingyan Egg, Reverse Sweep 3-2. Okay, we're pretty close to that one.
Yeah.
4 Mirror Decks. I'm actually surprised that hasn't happened yet. 10 Pyro Crab Burst, 20 Shield. That's probably not happening in this day and age. You're probably not getting. Hydro Stall Mirror. Okay, well with Binzu gone, that's a lot less likely. And Kushina Sweep. Oh, Emily Burning. I actually really want to see Emily Burning.
Yeah, I want to see Emily Burning as well. I mean, here's the thing. Emily Burning is actually so strong, I'm surprised no one's bringing it. But to be fair, it is an aggro deck, right? And most of the time you play aggro deck, you get bad dice. You get bad dice with aggro deck, you go. Yeah. I mean, this is why Kachinavia is strong, because again, you play Kachina, you get bad dice, because the way she deals damage, right? You don't need Geo dice. Play any dice and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, round 5 is coming over as we were talking about things, but the deck's already decided, right? One's playing Clocaine to OTK, Clocaine Stall, I guess. The other one is playing Bennett combo. It should be heavily favored in favor of Ollie this time. This matchup should be extremely Bennett-sided.
Like, actually, a reverse sweep incoming. Like, we might actually get a sweep. Oh, yeah, the Bennett talent. Oh, dude, if Teriri is able to extreme double Bennett talent, now that could be a game changer. Oh, boy.
Maybe. Although I think it's probably like an extreme right before the opponent is trying to Bennett. Okay, unlucky. No talent.
No talent for the Bennett, right? But also no equipment for Terry. I mean, sure, there is strategize, countdown. There's a lot of ways to play this. Okay, there's tenacity. Now you need the weapon.
Still winning on that. Last time they got like double equip turn 1, which was an excellent start. Not as fortunate this time, but that's fine. You gotta love the ramp 8 turn 1 start. Popularized in like 4.2 with the release of Countdown to the Show.
Yeah, like most of the time you play this Quran deck, most of the time the best play here is just your ramp 8, and that's exactly what Terry did, and yeah, really good. Very nice.
So, Ollie Crane probably going to go for the double attack on Bennett turn to, get the burst up.
Yep, double skill even.
Pray for top deck.
Pretty good.
Pray for top deck. Let's go. 24 cards in the deck. 2
Wow.
chances. 1 in 12. 1 in 12. Let's go. 1 in 12. Unlucky. Go next.
Oh man. Okay, here's the thing though. The fact that Bennett is able to skill twice, deal 6 damage total, and then you get the double golden troop reward onto Herald and Ajda. That is really good. But yeah, unfortunately, no Bennett talent unless you play Strategize and top deck it.
1 in 10. 1 in 10. 1 in 10. Let's go.
Yeah, 1 in 10.
1 in 10.
10% chance.
I remember in like 3.6, Kevin Z played a Power Keck deck with 1 Bennett talent and kept complaining that he never hit it. And I was like, of course you're never hitting it. It's like 1 in 20 at best, any given time. I don't know what you've been complaining about. You built your deck to brick and you bricked.
Alright. I mean, that's the one thing as well, right? Having 1 copies, right? In some of the decks, right? You see, there are times where this guy brought 1 copy of this card, and then there's also 1 copy of that card, and then yeah, like again, don't. Oh, what a god!
Huge.
What a TCG god! You play Strategize, it just gets it. It's that simple. Just hit it. Oh my god,
Just draw
double
your
age
outs.
down
I don't know
talent
what's
as
so hard. Just draw
well.
your outs.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, this is wow. What a wow. What a top
Many
deck.
lesser
Oh my
players would have
goodness.
faltered in Ollie's position, but Ollie
Insane.
went through an insane training arc, learned from his master, and he gave these wise words before Ollie left the monastery to go in the world. Just to draw your outs, Lamau.
That is absolutely crazy. Face strategize, just hit it, and boom, there you
Just
go.
hit.
Bennett burst, talent. Oh my goodness. Now it's GG. Yeah, go next, I guess. Oh wait, there's no more next. This is the end. It's the end. Can we just skip? Like, is there a skip button here? I wish, man.
How to
I
make the
wish.
best of it. There's a win con. You know, last time Clothine went huge. This time we don't have any dice to get our bond of life stacking. Skill here feels a bit of a waste of time. But Airmite's 1 HP, Sijuin, we don't have the dice for. Yikes, not looking good. Wait, hold up. Nope, Mystique Soup not gonna save us this time either because we unfortunately don't have enough dice for that either.
Yeah. Or wait, no, you can't even play Yoink.
We don't have enough dice.
Wait,
for Yoink.
oh, I was like,
Oh, no,
wait, you
we
already
played
have. Yeah, you already have the Airmite technique onto Karan. So playing it onto Sijuin, okay, sure. I wonder why. Are you gonna swap to Sijuin in this round? Next round? I mean, you have a lot of cards in hand. Don't tell me you're gonna play Yoinkasaurus for 2 dice.
I mean, I feel like it's like a pass on 2 feels kind of bad. Might as well play it on Sijuin, because, like, why not? Don't waste my dice, you know?
And yeah, right. There is no skip button in Genshin Impact. Aware. Cat Despair. Well, anyway. Alright, so yeah, like at this point, Ollie Crane has one more left with the Bennett burst. So now it's time for Ollie Crane to step on the gas and do a lot.
It's Herald time.
Yeah, it's Herald time. But I think you have to play double Asia talent while Asia is still there, because again, I mean, Terry could play the, potentially extreme, or probably even with the Yumkasaurus and all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay, I like to play going Ajda here. I think one of the major reasons we lost game 1 is we just were a bit short on damage, and we could have fixed that with the Ajda dice from the talents, which we didn't get to play last time because Ajda got 1 shot.
Yep.
So this time we're fixing that mistake.
Yep. There's the Lo-Fi being equipped onto Karan here. But Karan only has 2 dice left. Oh no. And yeah, you have to pre-play the fast to bypass the Fortune Merpid, because again, H-Dot talent is an event card, not an equipment card. So there you go.
That's nice of Ollie to remember these interactions. I would have 100% forgot and lost the game too.
Oh man. So yeah. Anyway, so it's definitely gonna be another extreme, or not extreme. What am I talking? Dude, my brain is filled with extreme. Jesus. Okay, decides not to play another H-Dot talent. Decides to go for Herald now. Again, Terry doesn't have dice. I mean, what is Terry gonna do? Yeah.
Cry.
Yeah, I think Terry just gonna or wait, hold on. I think Ollie Crane is just gonna close the game here. Right now. Emerge.
Teriri, though, might be able to tank the damage on Claudine, right? It's like fairly tanky, has a day of resistance, might have some other defensive buffs, right? Like the Airmite technique.
Yeah.
A bit of damage as well.
Yeah.
Maybe? Question mark? But I also it's 8 dice on Ollie Crane's side, so I don't think you want to risk it.
Yeah, I think Terry will go to Sijuin here, right? Because again, Ollie Crane has a lot of dice to work with. And it's okay, so let's count this down. So Herald's damage with 1 elemental skill, it's 6 damage with just 1 elemental skill. So 1 base plus 2 from Bennett's burst. So yeah.
But but because it comes into 2 hits, you need to -4 for the overall damage, because Day of Resistance is going to run itself out. Right? Because they'll do 4, 4, so it's 8 damage total. Clothine has currently, not counting Day of
13.
Resistance, 9 HP. Because I already counted Day of Resistance in the map there.
Okay.
So we'll live on 1. Maybe more, depending on how much other damage absorbing buffs there are, but going over onto Sijuin instead.
Yes, Sijuin.
Oh wait, no, Clothine would have died because second prepare skill was going to come in. No, this is the correct play. It would have done like 12 damage, I think.
Yeah, 12 damage.
Clothine does not have more than 12 HP right now.
Yeah.
That does unfortunately mean that the Day of Resistance is getting wasted. Maybe you should have saved that and played on Sijuin now. Would have gotten a lot more.
True, yeah. I feel like Day of Resistance onto CG would have been way better, so that way the breakpoints would have been nice, right?
I think the day was a bit premature because I don't think Ollie was on Herald yet when they played the day.
Yeah.
So I think we should have waited until the Herald came in and we were also on Clothing. Because that would be guaranteed that, yeah, this is when they want to go in, so we're getting... Because right now it's a little bit wasted, which is just -4 HP going into the...
Yeah. And now, I think after this elemental skill... Okay, so it's gonna be another elemental skill, actually, now that I think about it. Because right now, Sijuin... Wait a minute, what if we go to Aesda here, potentially?
What if, no, what if it's go
Or
Bennett?
yeah, Bennett as well. Yeah, there's a lot of ways here.
Skill and Bennett will do 7. Skill and Ajda will do 6. It might be Ajda, actually. Ajda might be better.
Yeah, I think
that
Ajda...
way we can do a talent start of next turn. I think Ajda's skill here is the play.
No, okay, here's the thing though. You elemental skill with Aesda with the Geo absorb the Hydro, and then you get the +1 Hydro die as well.
Yeah,
okay, goes to Bennett.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to Bennett. This is fine as well.
Yeah. So now what? And
I do think the absorb play was good though, because the next we play talent, and then we absorb Cloaking to Electro and get +1 dice there as well.
Yeah.
Slightly more efficient. I think the play here is swap Ajda.
No, I think you stay...
No, might just be go Herald. No, Bennett is running out, yeah, and we need to stay here to reset that.
Okay, there you go, yeah. Goes to Aesda. And then you play Aesda talent.
Oh no, we can't stay Bennett, because we could overload it. No, Ajda is the correct play.
Yeah. Okay, now, how do you bypass the Fortress of Meripede from Teriri? Because again...
I think we had a fast swap. Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah, it's the fast swap. You play the fast swap to bypass the Fortress of Meripede, and then you play H. Talent. Yep.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's the only way, yeah. It's the only
we don't need the fast swap right now, because there's no need to worry about things like, you know, the opponent swapping to a character that we don't want to snipe. Because,
exactly.
I mean, it's only clean, and if we free, we could always just kill someone.
Yep. Now you have no choice here but to kill H-Dog, give free swap to Bennett, and then it's definitely gonna be Bennett burst, and then it's gonna be a sweep from there. Yep.
Yeah, sounds about right. Burst coming in. Doesn't do any meaningful damage, but that's fine. That was never what the burst was meant to do.
Mm-hmm. And now, obviously, Ollie Craig will go to Herald. Oh, there's the overload anyway. But wait a minute. What if, okay, elemental skill, you skill, and then you overload. No, wait, it doesn't matter. Because by that time, the prepare skill for Herald is already done. So there's no need for interruption.
It doesn't matter. And then you overload onto Bennett. Bennett just does an NA. Or probably NA, because we don't have a lot of tune. So just save what we have just in case. Best play here? Oh, skill NA probably.
Yeah. Skill NA and then just pray. I mean, Terry has those crisp though. He has yet to play that. So, but I wonder if Terry can survive this. Probably not. I don't see it.
Think so.
Nope. Yeah, I don't think so.
Might be able to live until next turn, but next turn is a different story. Actually, if you pop the Herald revive, there might actually be a chance. Because there's no healing in Ollie Drain's hand.
Yeah.
And then next we also get Tenacity reset. Hold up, Terry might still win this.
I think you just lose Chris and pass. So, wait a minute. You go to Bennett Elemental Skill, that's like...
It's
5, 7.
It's 7 minus 1.
Yeah, so 1 HP.
So it'll be 6. Live on 1. Wait, but then... No, because repair skill, we already did that.
Okay, so yeah, here we go. So...
First out.
Yeah, another...
me.
Yeah, it's
Oh, no,
GG.
it's skill.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, you notice Crisp here. And then you
Lotus, yeah, Lotus lets
survive.
us live.
Yeah, okay, there you go. And it just passed.
Does first do 6? I don't think it does. It does 4, I think. So
Yeah.
Herald should live on 2. And then after that, I think... Yeah, after that, Bennett skill always lethals, because we don't have enough healing. Mystique Soup Gamble? No. That's Ollie Cranes.
Hmm. Yeah, there's no way out for Terry here, unless... No, there is no unless. It's actually GG. It's actually a reverse sweep.
Airmite Talent doesn't do enough. Lotus, Airmite Talent, go to Bennett, and then pray, I suppose. Because then it'll take 1 to swap to Herald, right? We can skill... No, because our skill doesn't do enough damage, because it's not buffed by Lo-Fi.
Yeah. I think you have to skill here, right? Get the +2 healing immediately, and then hope for the best, I guess, yeah. I don't know. There's no way out.
Wait, no. I think there is a way. Potentially.
Okay, there's the skill, and then now what? You burst. Herald is still... No, you skill actually. You never burst here. Oh. Okay, yeah, Mystic Soup. Get that +2 damage, and then you elemental burst, and you... Does he get it though?
I don't know how to reach enemies, unfortunately. I can't tell.
Because again... Oh, wait, unless... Hold up.
What do we get?
Oh, the stream is lagging. What the unfortunate timing is this? He get... Oh, wait.
Ooh,
Oh, he gets you -2 dice. I see it. He gets you the -2 dice.
This is fine.
Yeah,
here
it's
I don't
fine.
think you ever wait.
It's again...
Yeah, Lotus brings you up to 5, Bennett will always do 7. There's no way out here.
Yeah, there's no way out. And that is... enough for Ollie Crane to do whatever he wants.
In series, loses game 1 to just not having quite enough dice to finish the game off versus Teriri's Hu Tao deck. Came in game 2 confident with a Kachi Navia deck. Not quite able to get the win on... Actually, no, was able to get the win on that one. And then 3 and 4 were just series of unfortunate events that cost Ollie Crane... sorry, no, game 2 not quite able to finish it out. Games 3 and 4 are a series of unfortunate events that Ollie Crane was not... but here in game 5, Ollie Crane comes in with the reverse sweep. With the deck that costed them all in game 1, fixing their mistakes, pulling double Ajda talent, getting the dice that they weren't able to obtain in game 1, and using that to coast their way to victory.
Yep. Exactly right. And there's nothing Terry can do here. Unfortunately, it is what it is. Well, it's not the end of the run here, Terry, right? Because again, Terry will just get demoted to the lower bracket, and there it is, GG.
Ollie Crane comes out in a reverse sweep versus Teriri. Congratulations to you. Very, very well played. We'll have to see what they have in store. They will be going to the finals in the upper bracket. Here are the decks. Game 1 was the Hu Tao deck versus this Bennett deck. Didn't go very well, unfortunately, for Ollie Crane. Game 2, though, Ollie Crane was able to snag a victory with Kachi Navi. Is the Puri Zhongli, thanks to a very, very well played, well, a very unfortunate draw from Teriri, and a great late game as well, finding a win in round 3 that I didn't see coming. Games 4 and 5 were unfortunate though, but game 5, coming back with the Bennett deck, proving that it is in fact goated if you just draw your Outsla map.
Yeah. Man, these games overall has been absolute crazy. I mean, the first set, right, it was a clean 3-0 sweep. That ended really quickly. And now we get to see some insane absolute cinema game 5-game series between Terry and Ollie Crane in the winners bracket, and the fact that this is how it ends, absolute cinema. That's all I can say.
Exactly. Looking over for tomorrow, though, we're gonna have Teriri Paya Tofu to decide who advances into the finals, and we're also gonna have a show match with some mystery players going on, so let's be excited for that. And Ollie Crane as well will face the winner of the BO5 in the so we'll need to see how that one goes as well. We're also gonna have all the lower bracket matches tomorrow. Lots of games. So many games. Holy.
Yeah, there's so many games here, right? So again, here's the schedule, right, for tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit different because tomorrow we're gonna stream early this time around for the losers bracket final, and then we'll have the show match. I think that's already confirmed that we're gonna have it tomorrow. So yeah, I can't wait. Who are the secret players? I hope it's gonna be someone from regional, and then someone be great. And yeah, so whoever wins in the losers bracket tomorrow, the bracket final, will advance to the grand finale for tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty much the schedule for tomorrow. So again, right, here's the bracket one last time. Again, Ollie Crane will advance to the grand final already, so she's pretty much just sitting there waiting waiting for the next opponent to see who is Ollie Crane is gonna face for the grand final. And yeah, man, it's just so sad to see Injagi not
It's a bit unfortunate that our last global player is knocked out, but new stars rising, so that's something. Results for today,
I'm
though.
still sad.
3-0 as well. Damn, Papaya Tofu is on a roll.
Yeah, I'm still sad and depressed about it, but anyway, well, it is what it is. But yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be the final day for the AstraNox Invitational GITCG International Tournament. So yeah, reminder once again, right, that we are live all day for this week. So yeah, and tomorrow's gonna be the final day, guys. Tomorrow's gonna be the final day, the grand finale. So don't miss out on this one, because it's gonna be an amazing day for GITCG players, for us, the event organizers, for the casters as well. It's gonna be a big day for the GITCG community.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be where all of our stories converge, and we'll get our grand finale. Whether the players in the tournament are happy with who gets to see that finale remains to be seen. Only 4 remain of the initial 32-ish that entered. No, I think it was like 16, and then in the multiple groups. There was a lot of players. Only 4 remain now. We'll need to see which one of these triumphs over the other. 3, actually, sorry, my bad. I can't math today.
Yeah, so once again, big shoutouts to the other casters, right? The other cast in the channels, right? So Japanese cast on the JP, right? We have Omomori Maitel, who is currently live right now, so support him as well. And we have Atoki as well, who did stream in the past few days. She has the VODs for that, so do check it out as well. And of course, let's not forget that there is Chinese cast in the Bilibili, so there you go. Big shout outs to these casters and the production and all that good stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Man, thank you guys so much for watching today's matches. I hope you guys enjoy these matches. It is, though, again, unfortunate that the road for Injagi has ended today, and unfortunately we cannot see him tomorrow, but instead we'll get to see 3 Fonta regional players clashing tomorrow. And man, I just can't wait who will come out on top for this tournament in this AstraNox Invitational GITCG International Tournament.
Yeah, with that though, that is all for today. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, where our storylines will converge for the grand finale.
And yeah, we'll be casting tomorrow, right? Big shout out to for sponsoring AstraNox Invitational tournament. The cards again, right? Again, if you want to order or buy the cards again, it's Genshin Impact official store, right? Or in ShiningSoul, right? The Taobao official store as well. You might as well grab these, right? If you love, then yeah, you might grab it right now. The link's in the description below. Alright, again, it's been your boy Ark. I was your host for, and with me, Kasumi.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow, although maybe not us, but you know, AstraNox will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be casting Grand Finals tomorrow, and we'll see you there. Bye bye.
スカークの行方か。手がかりはあるのかな。
それが師匠は謎めいた人で、
どんな人物かがわからないことにはな。
そうだな。そういえば俺が卒業した日、3つの質問をしていいと言われた。まずはずっと不思議だったんだけど、なんで俺を弟子にしてくれたの？
お前があれを呼び覚ましたからだ。私が教えた武芸が将来役に立つだろう。もちろん生きて帰るにはもっと強くならなければならないが。
すでにいろいろ習っただろ。どうやってもっと強くなればいいんだよ。
まだ基礎だけだ。弓の扱いもまだ荒い。形ある武器を完全に極めれば次のステージに行けるだろう。全てを手中の刃と化し、神羅万象を自在に操るのだ。そうすれば師匠のようにさらなる力を追い求められる。
分かった。じゃあ最後の質問だ。師匠はなんでいつもそんな顔してるの？強くなるって楽しいことじゃないの？師匠？
それで師匠は何と？
深淵を離れる時、師匠が最後にこう言ったのが聞こえた。いつか滅びゆく星々を越えていけば、お前にも私の見ている世界が見えるようになるだろう。
テイワットでは世界の外から来た世界の運命を変える者を降臨者と呼ぶ。だがお前にその資格はない。教会を開いたのは俺だからな。お前はただの密航者だ。
If your long journey makes you drift too far away, and if the dust and tempts to weigh you down, pull